Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back in Hold My Nuggets Studios for a magnificent Sunday night football event. The Pittsburgh Steelers go on the road to SoFi Stadium to take on the Los Angeles Apple Giants in your 2025 NFL Week 10 Sunday Night Football live game highlight commentary. Oh, Lord, we're in the building. We're in the building. It's been an incredibly long day, but we are here and ready for a very, very good game. Yeah, it sounded like the Terminator. I got rid of it. I fixed it, goddammit. So, whatever the case just so happens to be, we are in the house looking forward to a very, very, very good game. I'm not sure why it continues to go on and off, but we'll work with what we have. Nonetheless, here we are. Sunday Night Football. Let's have ourselves a very good day. Furthermore, if you did not know who I am the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis in the building. This game is brought to you by Underdog. I have re-entered into the Underdog sweepstakes, if you will, and wagering just a little bit of money in tonight's game because I feel much more comfortable about this game than I did the past couple of games. You see, you got to be smart when you decide to go and participate in wagering a little bit of your cash. So here tonight, this is my squad in my one-on-one battle. See, I have Ron, I have Jalen Warren, I have Arondre Gadsden, and I also have Calvin Austin. I know I butchered that brother's name. And my opponent has Justin Herbert, Lad McConkey, DK Metcalf, and Quentin Johnston. So we'll see how things play out here tonight. But it's my Pittsburgh Steelers taking on one of my buddy's friends. Taking on my buddy who is a Chargers fan. And we'll see who comes out on top. Pittsburgh received the football first. Let's get it going. But in the chat room, if your team got a W this past, or today, if you will, your team got a W in week 1, make sure you guys put the W in the chat, or you put a bit of a fire emoji if your team took an L, skull face emojis or L's in the chat. As always, we'll go down the list, say hello to the people after the first play. Also, we got a couple of donations that done came into the building. God damn, Sierra having a bad time. Your Minnesota Vikings absolutely fell apart. What happened after Ron Jones scored the opening touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings? They completely forgot how to play football. Pittsburgh's drive is going to start at the 40-yard line, but unfortunately they're going backwards because somebody moved at the line. By the way, big shout out over to the Texans. And ice cold, or I should say long neck ice cold Mills just broke the goddamn Jacksonville Jaguars' heart. You kidding me? That human giraffe pulled off a spectacular comeback. 20 unanswered points. Add the additional 6 at the end of the game by way of the big boys and the interception. Woo! What a game. What a game. What a comeback. Couple of great performances. Danielle Hunter, 4 sacks. Will McDonald, 3 sacks. Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 3 touchdowns. Matthew Stafford threw for 4 touchdowns. Dudes is balling today, man. Some dudes is balling today. The Patriots had a hell of a game. Who else? Devon Achane, over 220-some yards. Taylor went for 245 or something like that. Jahmyr Gibbs with all them touchdowns. Somebody else ran for crazy. Trevion Henderson for New England, over 150-some yards and 2 touchdowns as well. Who else was balling? There was a couple more people who was balling today. Son of a bitch, it's escaping me. Some of the names are escaping me at the moment. Darnold was cooking, or I should say Seattle was cooking. Caleb Williams with the comeback. Spectacular performance. Oh, wow, ball was low. And on first down, the very first play from scrimmage, Jalen Warren able to pick up some yardage here. able to pick up some yardage here. The Jets special teams, a kickoff return, and Wong Wu going, what was it, 94 some yards, 95 yards for the touchdown. And then is it Isaiah Williams, who was the punt returner, who took it back on the on the very next drive? But that's insane. 2 special teams touchdowns, spectacular performance from them. They were balling. Tyler Shuck with his first dub for New Orleans. New Orleans going into Carolina and getting a W. Who the hell saw that coming? Spectacular. Is the Steelers a home or a road game? You know Pittsburgh like to travel well. I ain't got the jersey on today, but I definitely have my terrible towel right here. 3rd and 4 right now for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 14 minutes left to go in the first quarter because the game just started. The game just started. Bo Nix went crazy when? Underrated player said Bo Nix went crazy as well. Where he went crazy? Where he went crazy? On Madden? Bo Nix went crazy on Madden? What you mean Bo Nix went crazy? Nonetheless, 3rd and 4. Hey, Ron, where you going to go with the football? You got to use your legs. Hey, Ron, just misses Calvin Austin. Pass sails incomplete. Pittsburgh is going 3 and out. What else is it?
0 just gifted 1 subs.
Pain. Gifts, donations being given out to kick off the stream over on Twitch. Shout out to my people over on Twitch. Shout out to everybody who's watching on Kick, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and of course over on Twitch as well. I appreciate you guys immensely tuning into the doggone stream. Let's go down the list, say hello to the people, and then we're going to get to a little bit of donations. J-Bo, what's happening? Virgo, underrated players, Denisha, Netstrike, Black Attack, Black Freakazoid, Sierra, Tress Rules, Malone, Boomer Sooner, Justin, D, Toto Spanking, Eli, King Beef, Ryan, Tank the Sun, Gerald, JKP, Zachary, Kenny Mack, what's happening? Face Famous, Joshua, Oscar, Nicholas, Olivia, Midas, Fluff Stuff, Captay Sports, J Dubs, Honest D, Edward, Rashad, 9, TB12, Valorian, Brandon, Christian, Junior, Dev, Drew, Tyler. The Chargers are going to start this drive at their 11-yard line here. Jamel P, Space Ghost, Jeff, what's happening? Where you going? Nowhere. Good defensive stop right there from Pittsburgh on first down. They got to get it done on the next 2 downs. This is a 60-minute football game right here. Did the video finish uploading for Patreon? Why is it moving so slow for Patreon? What's going on? It's been an hour now. But for those who are my patrons over on Patreon, the commentary is finished. I don't know why it's sitting here taking forever to going up. Like it's at 85% right now. Let me see if I can. It's at 85%.
Just resubscribe.
It's at 85% right now, but I have an ungodly amount of tabs open. But yeah, it's at 85% right now. I don't know why it's moving so slow, but it's moving slow. Joey Porter Jr., keep your hands to yourself. Yes, indeed. Do not, under any circumstance, mess around and get your dumb ass a flag. But great tackle right there from Eccles. By the way, I want y'all to keep count of how many times a Pittsburgh Steelers secondary, player happens to go down with an apparent injury or they happen to mess around and be a bit hurt. Notoriously, every single game, primarily Darius Slay, but all of them have gone to the ground and had to be like, ooh, I need a second. My knee, my foot. Every single game, somebody hurt. Now, albeit, hey, football a physical sport now. Motherfuckers gonna mess around and be hurt. Okay? But every game, come on. It's ridiculous. Stafford balling this season, the amount of dots you saw him throw, making it look easy. By the way, Matthew Stafford, in my opinion, albeit, I believe, who plays tomorrow? Who plays tomorrow? Tomorrow, is Kansas City on a bye week? Who's playing Monday Night Football? Monday Night Football tomorrow is... Monday Night Football tomorrow. Okay, Eagles and Packers. Yeah, you don't have an MVP candidate in that squad. Stafford has elevated himself to number 2 on the MVP. The only person who's in front of Stafford is Jonathan Taylor. And you know what's wild about that? We know the MVP is a quarterback award for all intents and purposes. So, given that's the case, folks might mess around. By tomorrow, they'll probably have Stafford number 1 on the projection for MVP right now. And Stafford is absolutely cooking. Ciara said, fuck Stafford. It's that good-ass head coach. Hey, listen. McVay cooking. He's dialing up the right stuff. But Stafford got to go out there and make those throws. He got to go out there and make those throws. And truly, he's playing magnificent football. Have I seen Josh Allen? He the MVP. Yeah, he's a reigning MVP. He's a reigning MVP. Drake May, I think, is there at 3. And then, of course, you have your Mahomes in that area as well, probably at 4. I'd put Drake May a bit above Mahomes in as it pertains to this year with what was necessary, especially with the passes that you've seen from Drake May this year. But, man, let me tell you something. It's about to be a magnet. We're gonna have it. God willing, we happen to have somebody win the MVP who never won the MVP. That's fresh into the conversations of most valuable players. So we're gonna have ourselves a great race, if you will. Mahomes shouldn't be anywhere near the MVP right now. I disagree. Last week was an unfortunate performance as to why he's fallen down. But Mahomes has had a very good season as well. So I'm not gonna do Jalen Hurts. No, come on now. You feel like JSN should be in the MVP conversation, but you're a bit biased? Well, he should when you look at production from a wide receiver, but we have to be real. If Jerry Rice didn't win the MVP in 87, if Antonio Brown was going to possibly be in the conversation in 2017, then he strained his calf, unfortunately. But Moss in 2007, all of these different guys who was absolutely balling and shit. I don't think we'll ever have a situation where a wide receiver wins the MVP unless, of course, they go over 2,000, maybe score maybe 20 touchdowns of some sort, and their quarterback isn't in a situation in which you got to split votes with the QB. You got to have like a gunslinger QB who throws a grandiose amount of picks just like they throw touchdowns so that you could say, I bet, we're going to give votes only to the receiver. That's really the only way it's going to mess around and go down like that. But Taylor is the front runner for MVP for me. Taylor's front runner for the MVP for me. Josh said Jaden Daniels went from the NFC Championship game, but he had an MVP. He wasn't having an MVP. Somebody said Jaden Daniels should have had an MVP. No. No. Pittsburgh back on the field, and they're already going to start this drive inside Chargers territory. Very favorable field position. Once we get through the next play, we're going to start reading through those donations. But here we go. Hand off to Jaylen Warren. Got a couple blockers out in front. He's going to take it down to about the 43-yard line. Let's go down the list of the donations that since came in over on YouTube. Oscar Pafavon said, say his name and he appears. Chiseled Adonis is here indeed. Caveman Austin just became a 16 months a member. I appreciate you, Ryan. Put 5 on it. Said Adonis, my man has been far too long. Much love, brother. Raheem Morris and Brian Dable need to be sent to the shadow realm. Bajan deserves better. Let me tell you something right now. Raheem Morris, count your days. Count your days. Count your days. Fucking 4th and 2. All you need is one stop. One stop.
26 just resubscribed for 2 months.
I appreciate you. Warren gets the reception and immediately extends the drive. The Falcons literally had the game in the bag on 4 different occasions. 4 different occasions. And while I was watching the game, I literally sat here and I said it'd be hilarious if Atlanta absolutely blows the game here. I might have the clip. Hold on, wait a minute. I might have the clip. I might actually have the clip. Let me see. Do I have this from this morning? Let me see. Nope. I could have. Did it not go and record? I guess not. Motherfuckers is lucky. Literally this morning, I was dying laughing. Oh, he got DKI. Fuck. We could have had a touchdown right there. Had Metcalf right there too. I'm sick. Would have had the goddamn touchdown right there. He had Metcalf too. Gotta score there. Come on, man. Missed opportunity. Pain. Oh, I can't find the clip. But yeah. 59-yard field goal. Come on, Boswell. Too easy. That's why he's the best kicker in the NFL. Give him 3. Boswell through the uprights, and it's good. I'll take the field goal. I'll take the points. 59-yard field goal through the uprights. Could you believe there was somebody on Twitter who had said when they were breaking down positions, which team has better, player at a position, they had Dicker the kicker better than Boswell? That's crazy. Now, albeit, Dicker the kicker is a very good kicker. I'm not calling this man trash. Do not think I'm one of those individuals where if you're not number one, you garbage. Dicker the kicker is a very good kicker. However, Chris Boswell has made big-time kicks game after game after game. Furthermore, there was many different times in which he was truly the best player for Pittsburgh on a particular day. There's a reason why Mike Tomlin calls him an ice-cold killer. He's the best kicker in the league. May not have the biggest leg. He's got the most consistent leg. Period. Period. Oh, yeah. Ain't no discussions. Cap Marvel put 5 on, said, fam, your team lost to the Miami Dolphins today, so you wish nothing but the worst for the Steelers today so I could suffer with you. Absolutely not. That's the wrong mindset to have. Yeah. So if they messed around and won, if Buffalo won, would you cheer for the Steelers to win? No, you wouldn't. You take that haterade and you go and put that on somebody else. Mark Jackson put 2 on, said, Bears, what a performance from QB Zesty. He was able to go and pull off the comeback. Nathan put 2 on, said, Russell Wilson in the game, unlimited diarrhea. And indeed it is. Because you talk about a disappointment. The moment Russell Wilson entered the game, that 10-point lead disappeared. Mans ain't pick up a first down until it was too late. And then ultimately when he needed to get another one, he couldn't. Nathan put 5 on and said, Jacksonville, put your motherfucking heads back down. You goddamn bum. You had a 19-point lead at one point. You got outscored 26-0 for the remainder of the game. Shit your pants. Indeed they did. In fact, I can smell the fart right now. Jacksonville, you ain't nothing more than... Ryan put 2 on and said, how does Dabo still have a job? Oh, he won't for long. He won't for long. Unfortunately, that brother better get ready for unemployment. He fixing to be unemployed. Angie put 5 on and said, Josh got ran out of Miami today just like he got ran out of Baltimore last year, yet he won the MVP. Fuck out of here. How worried am I if we lose today? If we lose today, I'm going to be incredibly concerned, but it's not anything that I'm surprised. It's not going to be anything I'm going to be surprised for, because here's one thing regarding the Pittsburgh Steelers performance for today. When you take a look defensively, the Chargers' offensive line is absolutely depleted. Pittsburgh hunted last week. There's no scenario where they shouldn't be able to go and hunt today. Period. Period. So if they don't come out here and they get, even if they don't rack up 4, 5, 6 some sacks, if you don't got a number of QB hits, pressures, win rates, we're just a team that can't play under the lights. And remember, we're 0-2 in primetime games. 0-2 in primetime games. Chuck Pafavon said, which late commissioner was more impactful to their league, David Stern or Paul Tagliabue? Forgive me for the spelling. David Stern. David Stern. Derek Riley Pafavon said, you hope you have a Drew Hill clip from the Colts game. 38 was messing up. I might not. I might not. Tank the Sun giving out 10 gifts, as always, holding it down for the community. Sarga put 10 on it, said, what's going on, Chiseled? Very interesting day of football. Can't wait for it tomorrow to see some divine, succulent ladies turning into Tamatonga, of course. But hopefully we get a W today. We shall see how things are going to play out for our Pittsburgh Steelers. Ryan put 5 on it again, said, when Danny Smith dies, the coroner is going to find 10 pounds of undigested gum in his stomach. That is an absolute fact. That brother chews, what appears to be a brick of gum. 2nd and 10 right now from the 31-yard line. Empty set formation for Justin Herbert over the middle. Got his man, Quentin Johnson. That's going to be enough for a 9-yard gain. And it's going to be a 3rd and short right now. Jasnell put 20 on it, said Falcons are taking the L train in Berlin was bad, but did I see the issue with the refs at the end of regulation going into overtime? Did I include that in the commentary today, or did I have a reaction of the ref that got you? Oh, I did not. Actually did not. But there was it was the intentional grounding that there was going to be 1 second that ultimately decided not to have that. So overall, it didn't necessarily wow, I don't think he got there. Yeah, Justin Herbert didn't get there. He got stopped. The Pittsburgh Steelers were able to get a stop right there. They're going to force a 4th down. Justin Herbert did not get the 1st down. All right, Pittsburgh. All right. All right, Pittsburgh. They didn't get there. All right. And then Caveman Austin put 5 said, hey, brother, CA, 1 week post weight loss surgery. Already down 15 pounds, but you're happy. Your Cornhuskers won, but upset that your Vikings lost. Pain. Oh, you put 2 on and said, I missed the 5. Oh, no, I had it right there. Just I was reading them, out of order. And Darren said, you're sick, but hopefully they win 3 games. We shall see. 4th and 1. Looks like they're going to try to go for it or maybe get somebody to jump off sides. Let's see if the Chargers are actually going to go for the QB sneak here. Justin Herbert, wait. Oh, there it is. He gets the QB sneak. I think he might have made it. Justin Herbert got it. Pittsburgh had a man go over top, attempted to go and stop him, but Herbert was able to sneak just through to get half the yard they needed to go and get the first down. That's a first down. Did I see the roughing the passer the Vikings got on Lamar? Terrible. I might not have seen it. I don't think I've seen it. It's not coming to mind right now. That's a first down, fresh set of downs for the Chargers. Keep him in the backfield. There you go. Keep it at only a 1-yard gain. Ryan put 5 on it. Said Jerry Jones is going to lead a failed coalition to remove Jim Irsay's daughter from power. Dude is jealous that she's getting praise. Wouldn't that be wild if that was the case? But I don't think that's going to happen. Caveman Austin giving out 10 gifts, holding it down for the community. As always, I appreciate y'all. Angie put 2 on said, do I think the AFC North will go down to the wire? Yes. Because Pittsburgh's back-to-back losses brings Baltimore into the fray. And furthermore, I don't think Pittsburgh's going to sweep Baltimore. They're most likely going to split. But it's a matter of when the Steelers game and Baltimore really come into play, because they play in a couple of weeks. So given that's the reality of the situation, if Pittsburgh is in a position to go and separate by 4 games, they'll have a legitimate chance. But I've seen them absolutely fail in the past, so I can't sit here and truly feel comfortable. How is this still processing? What are we doing? Golly. All right, 3rd and 3. Come on, Pittsburgh. Got to get off the field here. Somebody got to make a play. Get after him. Come on, TJ. Come on. God damn it. You're too low. Oh, my God. You got no hands. Joey Porter hits you right in the fucking gloves. You have to catch interception. That's pick number 11 on the season we've dropped. That's pick number 11 on the season we've dropped. You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? He's looking right at the quarterback. He's staring right at the quarterback. You have no hands. Oh, my Lord, you have no hands. Your father could have caught that with his teeth. You have to catch these picks, man. Golly. You got to be kidding me.
God gave you 2 goddamn hands for a reason. God gave you 2 goddamn hands for a reason.
Jesus Christ. Joey Porter, it hit him right in his damn gloves. This man can't even use his damn gloves. What's wrong with him? What happened to your hands? Jesus. Yeah, he got them Ike Taylor hands, bro. Anybody who wear that 24, all of a sudden you ain't got no damn hands. Benny Snell ain't have hands, and he didn't really need to use them like that. Jasnell put 10 on it. Said also the coin toss for overtime, giving it to the Colts, even though the Falcons were designated the visiting team for the game. They corrected it off the air, but the entire thing was just annoying. Okay, I see what you mean. Trust rules between us. I missed the early donation, did I? You Patano said the U.S. justice system is a joke. Corey Klingman is the lady who caused the car accident that killed 24 Vikings cornerback Kyrie Jackson and his 2 friends. She only served 3 years. It's BS. 3 years.
14 grams of then you sell it.
Eligible homicide. 3 years. Pleaded guilty to 3 counts of negligent homicide. He was arrested and initially charged with 13 counts of manslaughter, homicide, and result in negligent driving and drunken driving in January. How the fuck do you only get 3 years for that?
14 grams of
How do you only get 3 years for that?
then you sell it.
And Hazel on that stream like transported away later. Bro, that's 3 motherfuckers who died.
14 grams of
3 years.
then you sell it?
What? Nah. Nah. 3. Prosecutors were recommended 5-year sentence for each count, all suspended for 1 year to be served. Hey, yeah, some ain't right. Some ain't right.
14
That's
grams
outrageous.
of crack.
That's outrageous. Matthew, put 5 on, said start, bench, cut, trade. D. Stallworth. Okay, so I'm assuming you Dante Stallworth, J.A. Jones, so Jacoby Jones, Mike Wallace, and see, myself. So I'd cut myself. I'm not in the league. Of that group, I'd start Mike Wallace. I'd probably bench Dante Stallworth and then trade Jacoby Jones, because of all of them, Jacoby's the weakest receiver. Orlando Pace, Jonathan Ogden, Anthony Munoz, and Walter Jones. I would probably start of that 4. I'd start Munoz. I would. That's a very tough one. You really can't. They're all Hall of Famers. But start Munoz. I would bench Pace, trade Jones, and cut Ogden. Which that sounds like that's the case only because he's a Raven, but truly you can't go wrong with either one. Nathan at 5 wants to, how about former Dallas Cowboy DeMarcus Lawrence scoring 2 touchdowns? Yep. In one game, 7-2 Hawks. Hate to say SpongeBob, but the Cowboys suck ass. Indeed they do. And hey, that was a hell of a goddamn play. Scoop and score. Knight forced both of the fumbles, and both of them was recovered by DeMarcus Lawrence. That's a hell of a goddamn play. All right, there's the run. Just getting out of the end zone, so we got a little bit of breathing room, but we got to convert here on this 3rd down, man. We need to convert here on this 3rd down and get a fresh set of downs. Harold Platoon said, "Did I see the amazing game-winning touchdown to beat PSU?" With you talking about Utah with the was it Utah with the back of the end zone? I saw that catch earlier this morning. Corey put 5 said, "If the Steelers lose, blame Joey, occasional hands Porter, and the Ravens lurking over the Steelers like Patrick did SpongeBob." Well, I don't know about the Ravens hovering over them in order to be the reason why they lost. It's way too early to put all the blame on Porter, but definitely something I'm going to be angry about. Indiana, that's what it was. Indiana. My dumb ass said Utah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Rodgers in trouble. He about to get, he dropped the football. That's it. He dropped the football. That's a safety. That's a safety. Is that Khalil Mack? It is Khalil Mack. That's about to be in the highlight. Oh, Lord, we got a motherfucking safety because we don't know that you can't shoot bullets with our gun on safety. You got to be kidding me. We can't shoot bullets with our gun on safety. We end up taking a goddamn safety in the end zone because ain't nobody want to block on the offensive line. You got to be kidding me. Oh, Lord. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Return of the Mac. It is. Return of the Mac. Come on. Return of the Mac. Oh, my God. You know that he'd be back. Here he is. Motherfucker just took him down. And Khalil Mack making plays. Taking down Aaron in the end zone. Thank God it's a safety rather than a damn touchdown.
25 months.
But this man gets taken down in the end zone.
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
You done messed up, Aaron. You done messed up, Aaron.
Nathan Batum said you done messed up. Aaron, indeed he did. Oh my Lord, we gotta do do better, fam. We have to do better, fam. This is absolutely ludicrous already. And I told you guys, it don't matter what things look like coming into the game and how it's projected to go. Bro, we haven't picked up a first down yet. We haven't picked up a first down yet. Scorigami. It's the first quarter. You talking about scorigami? All right, they're going to start this next drive at about the 35-yard line. Here comes the Chargers now.
Congratulations.
19 offensive line combinations for the Chargers thus far. Oh my.
X2D1 just
17
resubscribed
pressures
for
that he's
11 months.
been hit
Was up Chiseled.
all
My dad
season.
screaming
Yeah,
at the
he's been
game
9
ups
hits a
turners.
game. If only we would get to the quarterback, because have we hit him yet? I bet we haven't hit him yet. We got 2 QB hits. If he's averaging 9, how about we get him to 15 today? Golly. Starting to look worse than the Thursday night game. I mean this is we got a tranquilo real quick. I mean, the game just started. Ryan Patu said, who's the worst player on the Pittsburgh defense? Truly this season, between, I would say, Patrick Queen. You know what? I would say Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen for because he's the one who's probably been paid the most paid on the defense, who's underperformed immensely. I'd end up saying Patrick Queen. And now Herbert's gonna run. We're gonna get him down after only a gain of a couple, but now on 3rd down, we got to get a stop. Got to get a stop. Joey Porter's been ass as well, but I think Patrick Queen more ass than Joey, because they've really been disappointing us. Remember when Patrick Queen was a dog? Yeah, I remember those LSU days. Folks got to get out there and try to go and make a play, fam. Ramsey hasn't been ass. Ramsey's actually been good. Not great, but he's been good. Laundry on the field, I believe that's going to be a false start on the Chargers. He may not have plays that's jumping off on the box score, but Ramsey actually has played good games. He's had some lapses, but he's played good. Not great, but he's played good. It's a false start, because some people will say, man, they're looking for like a crazy amount of takeaways, or maybe you want to see stuff on the box score. Like, for example, Minkah Fitzpatrick. He was still amongst one of the best safeties in the league. He just wasn't getting those same splash plays like he was at the start of the decade.
Is now following.
Jay Herbo. Thank the Lord. This man's hands is still just for decoration. Quentin Johnston couldn't hold on to the football, and Pittsburgh's going to pitch yet another 3 and out. Get him off the field. Bro, how the fuck are we averaging 1 yard per play, bro? We got to get this shit together, fam. We're averaging 1 yard per play. This is ludicrous. Let's get the offense back on the field and put something together, fam. We can't be losing primetime games, because guess what? You know what? The playoff game, every single playoff game is a primetime game. If you can't win under the lights now, it's a wrap. Do I think Coach Cowher would come back? No. If he wanted to come back, he'd have never retired. And there's no reason for him to come back to football. He's got a very good gig where he's at. Let that man chill where what he's doing. It's not like a Gruden situation where you take a decade off and come back. Coach Cowher has been gone for what's going to be now 20 years. He retired, 19 years. Because it's 19 seasons right now. It's going to be 20 next year. There's no need for Son to come out of retirement. When is Don Shula coming back? Yeah, Don Shula, I guess he'll come back maybe a little bit later, because he's a little bit too busy. Too busy being dead. You can't come back and coach when you're dead. That don't make sense. Nathan Patuan said, as I said, Thursday Night Football, how the hell is in week 10 already? Your time is flying. Time is flying. He's a Hall of Famer, so you thought the NFL would allow him to return? No, I disagree. Because I think the only thing regarding Hall of Famers is there's never been a Hall of Famer that's come out of retirement post-retiring to go and, coach or play actively while you're already in the Hall. The closest that they had to it was, I believe it was Kurt Warner. No, it wasn't Kurt Warner. It was Brett Favre. I believe it was Brett Favre. People was thinking, no. It wasn't Brett Favre. Who the fuck was it? There was somebody who was going to come out of the Hall of Fame, come out of retirement. They were threatening it. Not T.O. This was in the earlier 2010s. It was in the earlier 2010s. Warner wasn't in yet. They were talking about somebody possibly coming out of retirement and going to play. It escapes me. It escapes me. Yeah, it escapes me. I can't remember. But I said the early 2010s. Said Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson was still playing Classic Man. St. Francis Bafavon said the AP Offensive Player of the Year goes to Jonathan Taylor. He's balling. He's absolutely balling. He's having a hell of a season. T.O. wasn't in the league yet. T.O. was always talking about possibly coming out of retirement, but T.O. wasn't in the league. He wasn't in the hall yet. Ocho's not in the hall. Calvin retired too. Herschel's not in the hall either. Nah, I don't think it was Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice, nah. Because at that point, he would have been pushing 50 to come out of retirement. Nobody's going to sign him. We would have had a touchdown over there, but he overthrew DK Metcalf. Got to get that ball back. Joey Porter's inability to fucking catch a goddamn interception, bro. Oh, come on. Come on. Dude, this is ludicrous, man. Three goddamn, or I should say 2 3-and-outs, and then a fucking safety. Or really, it's still a 3-and-out as well. And Aaron got to grow his fucking beard back, man. Rodgers. Oh, yeah, there it is. DK Metcalf with a catch and run. Thank the Lord. First down, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Nathan. But said, for a while, you've been hearing people say, please let Jerry Jones live forever. Everybody needs to understand that's not how life works. Well, that is true. That's not how life works. Everybody's going to die one time. The Mike 7D put 5 said, anyone from any genre or form of pop culture or media for my top 10 fighters in my own Mortal Kombat game. My own top 10 fighters Mortal Kombat game. You mean like human beings? Okay, I'll return back to that. 1st and 10. Skoranek in motion, handoff to Jalen Warren. He's going to gain about 3 here. Good tackle right there. As for genre or form of pop culture or media, top 10 fighters who are in the Mortal Kombat game, John Jones, Mike Tyson, Wanderlei Silva, George St. Pierre. Oh, my God. Rodgers under duress. Oh, over the middle. Got a man again. There we go. Darnell Washington. That's a first down. Brock Lesnar.
14 grams.
I need dangerous fucking human beings. Then
you sell it.
Oh, I'm bugging. Don Fry. That's another one. Don Fry.
14 grams.
I need dangerous individuals. I need 4 more dangerous individuals. Mark Jackson put 2 said top 3 Pitt players that I didn't want to see traded. Oh, hand off Jonathan Taylor. Get positive yardage. There we go. Pick up about 8. All right. Pittsburgh's offense is starting to cook right now. Building up a little bit of a head of steam. They got a little bit of a head of steam. Not people who are dangerous with their hands. Kimbo Slice. I need people who dangerous with their hands. Give me Haku as well. Haku's never lost a fight. Give me Haku as well. And Francis Ngannou. That'd be my 10. That'd be my 10 in the video game. Give me that 10. Y'all talking about some Pablo Escobar. He got access to dangerous motherfuckers. He could be dangerous himself, but he's with that trigger. I need people who they hands, they some problems. 3-2 like it's a hockey game indeed. Final play of the first quarter. Come on. Yo, wow, we're not going to. How do we use a timeout? Why? It's 2nd and 1. Just hand the ball off and run. No. What do we got to use a timeout for? Come on. You about to have the end of the quarter on the very next play. You could just take the snap and fucking try to burrow forward. Even if you get a half yard, I'd take that better than no gain. No. You don't use timeouts 1 play before the end of the quarter. What are we doing? I can't stand it. I cannot stand that. We losing timeouts for no damn reason. Yo, if you got to sacrifice a play, if you have to sacrifice a play, just it's 2nd and 1. Worst case scenario, you lose, or I should say worst case scenario, you lose the football. But if you go back yardage, That's where you have a loss that's there. You could have just turned around and handed off. There's all this to get. We call timeout to get 1 yard. We could have just went discuss on third down to possibly figure out. Now we lost a timeout for no. It all depends on how things play out for the remainder of the half. I can excuse to a degree first half early use of timeouts because the second half is really when timeouts, I believe, is way more important. And depending on who's going to have the final possession, because right now, each team, well, with the exception of this particular drive, each team combined for what, 1 first down? Pittsburgh went 3 and out. Chargers went 3 and out. Pittsburgh went 3 and then a field goal. Chargers got a first down and then punted. Steelers went a 3 and out along with a safety. Chargers went a 3 and out. So for all intents and purposes, considering we're now entering into the fourth quarter on what is the 6th drive of this game, Pittsburgh could potentially have the football last. So you'll have 2 timeouts along with the 2-minute warning, depending on when you get the football. Or if the Chargers start to pick up some first downs and they have a bit of a lengthier drive, they could potentially have the football last. And then the timeouts for Pittsburgh doesn't matter, depending on the down and distance in order to go and stop the clock. So it always depends. But I can't stand when you use a timeout early, especially when it don't really make sense, when you have one more play until the end of the quarter to where you would have had enough time that equals the same amount of time as the timeout. If you got to hut and freaking try to burrow to go and sneak, or maybe you turn around and go and hand off. Now, granted, it's the NFL. So you lose a down. As long as you don't lose no yardage, I think, all right. You'll be all right. But because of the play clock. No. Yes, because of the play clock. But in situations like that, like, bro, he's 41. You've been with the team. He signed, maybe June or so? And you got 10 weeks into the season? Audible at the line and fucking call something to go and don't use a timeout there. I just wouldn't use a timeout there. Because he's been around for too long. Gig, what's going on? Because the play clock winding down and shit, like, yes. But I didn't use timeout there. Just turn, whoop, get a ball to somebody, or just, go get yourself half a yard. They better finish this damn drive in the end zone. I'll tell you that right now. Because you had 2 different occasions to actually discuss shit. You had the timeout, and then you had the end of the quarter. So we better fucking find the end zone.
Oh, my God.
We better go fucking find the end zone.
Tick just resubscribed for 3
2
months.
players in the NFL
Steelers,
when
Seaters get it
GTA
in
5
warm.
was released. Who are they? 2 players in the NFL when GTA 5 was released? Well, GTA 5 came out when I was in college, so it's at 2012, 2013. But there was more players. You have Aaron Rodgers, you have Mercedes Lewis, you have Matthew Stafford. Those guys were already in the league. 12 years ago. There's way more than 2 players that are still in the NFL. Dump off Pat Fryer. Protect the football. The fuck you running like this for? This man running like he carrying a watermelon from fucking store to car. What are you walking like that? What are you moving with the football like that for? Protect the damn football. Tuck that son of a bitch. Can't be running out here like this. I got a golden ticket. Put the football away. Tuck it. What's wrong with you? Protect that rock. Golly. What's wrong with him? Yeah, but there's a lot of players from who's around. Mercedes Lewis, Flacco, 2nd and 1 once again. Hey, stop moving. Mess around and get caught with a false start. There's the handoff. There's the hole. Come on, protect that football. First down again. Let's start to eat. Fuck, there's laundry on the field. This might be coming back. On a goddamn hold. Nathan Batuan said, when am I going to upload the commentary on YouTube? You should have got a notification. You don't have a notification? Oh, finally it finished in the Patreon. It just finally finished processing for Patreon. You should have got a notification for YouTube. It's literally on YouTube. If you don't have a notification, that's just another testament of my people not being notified of my videos getting ready to go live. Yup, it was a hold, wasn't it? Yup. It was a hold. And what was 2nd and 1 has now become 2nd and 10 again. 2nd and 10 again. Right now, we're averaging 4.6 yards per play. Let's see what we got over here from Aaron. Ah, shit, nobody's there. No, he's going to go down the field. Got a man. Oh, wow, high point the football. Way to hold on to it. Jonnu Smith able to get away with the football, but we got to get back to the line. Get back to the line. Get back to the line. I don't know if he caught it or not. These motherfuckers is moving. You better be sure as hell if you're going to be jogging back to the doggone line. He better have caught that football because it was bobbling out of his hand. Did he? He ain't catch that shit. Can we hurry up? Can we hurry up? It looked like the floor might have helped. We should have been snapping the football right now. Hey, snap the football right now. What do they do? Yo, if they throw the challenge flag, I'm going to be fucking heated. How are they still running this much of a fucking replay? I know there's not replay assist coming in. Run the play. How do they get a chance to challenge? Why are we not rushing to the fucking line? Jonnu Smith, what the fuck?
14 grams of crap.
You see, this is the stuff. This is the stuff that drives me up a wall. This is the stuff that drives me up a wall, bro. This is the stuff that drives me up a wall. Because you know if you caught it or not. You know if you caught it or not. This motherfucker go when he hit the ground, folks should be running back to the line. They should be running back to the line. Why you over here doing this shit trying to convince who? They got cameras everywhere. That's you in 8K. They got your ass in 8K. You ain't catch that shit. And your dumb ass taking time. This him. This him. He got the football. Yeah. Yeah. What you take? You know you ain't catch that shit. Get your ass to the goddamn line of scrimmage so they can just run one play so the Chargers can't challenge. But your dumb ass allow them to run a Godfather-length replay of what just transpired. We even got us huddle before they challenge the goddamn catch. My team's retarded. They trying to play fair. If he was trying to play fair, he'd have got up like, man, I ain't catch it. This motherfucker was nodding, going back to the huddle.
So far, the best game this week was Indiana at Penn State.
These dudes is dumb. What's wrong with you? Jesus Christ, man. I can't stand it. What are you doing? How many years we've watched football? How many years? What do you do when there's a questionable kind of play that you're involved in? If you're on offense, shit, I don't know if I caught it or not. Let me take my sweet time. I'll transmogrify into a snail. I'll move incredibly patient, Job-like in the suppression of my desires to move with a sense of urgency. For what reason? You choose now to be a paragon of patience? Homie want to be Nelson Mandela. I can take 29 years in a cell. I'll take my chances. Ridiculous. What? Completed pass? How? The ground assisted? Well, this is awkward. Could this have been why he was so confident in returning back to the huddle? I'm not sure. Oh, no, they said it's incomplete. There we go. It's not a catch. Exactly. I heard the son put his hand in the air. It's on my first hand. Yeah, it's not. Okay, there we go. That's what I thought. And Gainwell's out of bounds. We got to kick a field goal. Jack, I knew it was an incomplete pass. The fuck? Son came back, told me. I thought he said it's a complete pass. Like, what? I know it's incomplete. Exactly. Redacted said run back the ball. Well, yeah, got to run back to the ball indeed. The Punisher in the building. What's going on? Yeah, he did not gain well. And once again, the Pittsburgh Steelers have to kick a field goal. As long as we protect for Boswell, we can put points on the board. 45-yard field goal, just no fucking blocks. Oh, my God, he missed it. He fucking missed it wide right. He fucking missed it wide right. How does that happen? Well, Chris Boswell missing field goals. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. This game might drive me to nicotine. How are we missing field goals? Chris Boswell doesn't miss. And he missed wide right. How? What are we doing? Jonnu Smith, I blame you. Joey Porter, I blame you. It's a 3-2 football game. What are we doing? I am one more bad play away from alcoholism. I'm one more bad play away from alcoholism. Oh, Lord. Well, missed field goal gives the football back to the Los Angeles Chargers. And now, opportunity to go and take advantage. Here comes the Chargers. And remember, no matter how you may feel about the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Los Angeles Chargers are still a very capable football team. Call them frauds, call them injury prone. At the end of the day, this is a team that is second in their division. 6-3. They have more wins than we do for the Pittsburgh Steelers fans. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to respect you until you give me a reason not to. So we've got to go out there and get this W. This is not a game that's going to be given to us.
Just subscribed.
Yeah, we would have had a touchdown early to DK, but then Rodgers fucked that up and overthrew his man. Golly, yet another first down, and here we go. The Chargers picks up a first down. Now this has an opportunity to be a promising drive for them. Chargers ain't going to buy yet. Indeed, they haven't, but still, they're in a situation where they got more wins, because guess what? If we didn't go on a buy, would we be sitting here at 6-3, or would we be sitting here at 5-4? All right, there is Herbert down the field, overthrows Quentin Johnson. Please, no flag. Please, no flag. Please, no flag. Please, no flag. No flag is thrown. Your boy, No Bay, said all these opportunities. Man, yes, indeed. It's disappointing. Absolutely just disappointing. And this is why I've constantly driven home. As a Steeler fan, you're just seeing this stuff over the years, and it's always a recurring trend. Like every time we lose the same way. When we don't produce the same way. Golly. 2nd and 10, we got to stop him in the backfield. Oh, my Lord, they let him get a fucking seam. That's a first down. Now they're inside Steeler territory. Oh, Lord. Ain't no way Darius Slay is still on the ground. You better get your ass off the ground. Ain't no way Darius Slay is still on the ground. There's no way Darius Slay is still on the ground. Oh, my Lord. There's no way Darius Slay is still on the ground, bro. Every single goddamn game, this man is on his back, fam. Every single goddamn game, this man is on his back, bro. I can't even bring myself towards simple. Can we trade? No, the trade deadline to pass. But this is ridiculous, bro. Every single game, Darius Slay be on the ground, bro.
Then you sell it.
He got rocked by a teammate. He might mess around and be concussed. Literally every single game, Darius Slay be on the ground, bro. Come on, son. Every single game, get this man a Sinzu bean. Is he okay or is he not? Like, I can't. Every single game he on the floor, man. Golly. Might as well let him use the cold plunge shit. He might as well have to. Coming off the field now, look like he got to go inside that tent. Every single game, he on the ground, fam. Now I'm not gonna be on some. Hey, I don't care about son, but every single game, he on the ground. Golly, Jasnell Patuan said time to break out a drink. It might be they score a touchdown here. It might be. Nathan Bafavon said dummy. Yeah, where's Eli Drake when you need him? Kyle said Trevor Lawrence blew a fourth quarter lead. Indeed, he did. And then Kyle also said, missed the fan chat on how shitty the Jags are. No, I saw it. Brian Patuan said, Darnold sees ghosts, Steelers see alligators. $1 for 5 said, if the Chargers win, you'll literally drink water. Shit, you need to be drinking water. All right, Herbert on the rollout, able to go and find his man for a positive yardage. 11-10 left to go here in the quarter. Matt put 2 on it, said top 3 Steelers tight ends and top 3 Chargers defensive ends. Top 3 Steelers tight ends. Heath Miller is obviously number 1. Steelers tight ends all time. Steelers tight ends all time. Pittsburgh and tight ends were never really. Heath Miller's number 1 all time. But then who would I have? 2, 3. Oh, come on now, Patrick Queen. Got to make that tackle. Oh, great tackle right there from Pierre. That's a great tackle right there from Pierre. Pick his ass up. Pick his ass up. That's how you tackle somebody. Make a goddamn play. Ignite the damn defense. Pick his ass up. Hold on, wait a minute. That's a grown man tackle right there. Pick his ass up and slam his ass on the ground. That's what you want to see. Suplex that man. There we go. Gut wrench suplex that man. That's a grown man tackle right there. Get his ass airborne. That's what you want to see. Grave dig his ass. That's what you got to see. Wake that defense up. Come on, man. Good God, they're 49% on third down. They're leading the NFL. Can we stop them in the back? Oh, no, we can't. Of course, they're going to get a first down. Now they're inside the 30-yard line. Golly, come on, man. You just seen somebody get fucking suplexed and the defense can't stop them. They need 2. They mess around and get 5. You got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Come on, man. Christian Pateno said Najee is active. Do I think James Conner is a great impact when he was at the Steelers? Yes, I think we should have never let Son go. And Najee isn't active because he tore his Achilles. So there'd be no situation in which he can play unless you mean a different Najee. Oh, there it is. Herbert got to go down here. Thank the Lord we actually get him on the ground. Thank the Lord Herbig able to get there to take him down. Oh, my Lord. Yo, if we did not get the sack there, I was about to be fucking heated. There we go. Oh, Herbert was a little slow to get up now. Oh. Did his foot get caught underneath him? First off, it looked like Son came into the game with a massive hickey on his neck. They got to zoom in on Herbert's neck again. I think Madison Beer was having a little bit of a before the goddamn game or something. Yeah, Herbig went to go take him down. Oh, yeah, Herbig went for like that hip drop style. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. He might just mess around and get a fine. He just might mess around and get a fine. That was like a hip drop type of tackle, and you know that's outlawed. Of course we give up somebody over the middle. Of course we give up something over the middle. We just get a sack, and can we build on top of that? No, we can't. Kyle put 20 on it. Said, love Chiseled. Love you, Chiseled. Hope the fam is doing well. Your Jaguars are ass. You're about to quit your fandom. Hate being a Jaguars fan. Shit is absolute pain. Been a fan since 95. They make you want to quit being a fan. Hey, that happens all the time across a bunch of fandoms. They just got to win a goddamn playoff game, maybe contend and make it to a Super Bowl for the first time in franchise history, and that'll ignite the fandom once again. Filluminati for 5 months. How has Duggar been since the Pats traded him to y'all? No idea. He just got there this week. He hasn't even played in the game until today. Yeah, it's a big red mark on Son's neck. I don't know what's going on. It's a streak. She kissed him, but with a different lip. That's not a conversation we should be having. Whatever the case may be. Ryan put 2 on. Said thoughts on Trump on the broadcast booth. You'll see in the commentary.
14 grams of
What's the thing that Sauce Gardner has around his neck? Oh, it's for concussions. Actually, people, you don't even need to be playing the sport to have it. You could actually purchase one. The first time I ever saw it was 4 years ago with Dalton Schultz. He had it when he was playing with Dallas, and I Googled it. I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. Oh, Herbert threw it to the... Oh, my God, if they throw a flag for fucking roughing the passer, because Herbert actually got hit. I want to see more quarterback hits. Herbert's on the ground here. That's what I wanted to see, more quarterback hits. That might be quarterback hit number 4, or is that quarterback hit number 5? If he's averaging 9 hits per... I think that might be 4. Yeah, that might be 4. That might be 4. No. This could be quarterback hit number 5. That could be quarterback hit number 5. If he's averaging 9 times being hit thus far, if they're averaging 9 times per game, I need to see him hit double digits today. Come on, pass rush. Get home. Ricochet, oh my God. Catch the ball. Catch the fucking ball. God damn it. Nobody in the secondary has hands. Nobody has hands. Nobody has fucking hands. Lad McConkey couldn't catch it. And then on the ricochet, we can't fucking catch an interception. Nobody has hands. We are absolutely ass at catching interceptions. Nobody has hands. That's pick number 12 on the year. Jesus Christ, can we catch the fucking football? God damn. Ball ain't but this big. Catch the goddamn football. Chargers field goal through the uprights. They take the lead. Jesus Christ, bro. Ain't no way. It don't matter if you're new to the team, if you've been on the team forever. There's one fundamental thing that you gonna know if you playing the fucking sport, and that's catching the goddamn football. We can't catch to save our life. We could be in a movie theater, and we would never catch a movie. Be in Antarctica, shirtless, dying from hypothermia, but somehow we can't catch a cold. Got no fucking hands, bro. We got no fucking hands, bro. That's pick number 12 on the year. I need to know if they have a statistic on who's dropped the most picks this season. I'm telling you the Pittsburgh Steelers is at the top. I'm telling you the Pittsburgh Steelers is at the top. Troy Polamalu is in the crowd right now watching this game. I need him to go and suit up. Nobody's wore 43 since he retired. I need him to go and grab his jersey and go and suit up. God damn. No hands whatsoever. This is ridiculous. Illuminati put two on said, speaking of Doug Asarich, man, these motherfuckers got no hands. Joey Porter would have had a pick that could have potentially put us inside the motherfucking red zone because he had enough space to go and run. This man could have had an interception in his very first game with Pittsburgh. We got Jabril Peppers out there as well, somewhere on the motherfucking sideline. We bring in all these different sort of individuals. Still, somehow nobody has hands.
God gave you two goddamn hands for a reason. God gave you two goddamn hands for a reason. God gave you two goddamn hands for a reason. God gave you two goddamn hands for a reason. God gave you two goddamn hands for a reason. God gave you two goddamn hands for a reason. God gave you two goddamn hands for a reason.
You gotta be kidding me, fam. Legitimately gotta be kidding me, fam. I need a beer. I need a beer. I can't, son. If I had some hard liquor right now, I'd be drinking like a motherfucker, fam.
Thank you very much, you son of a bitch!
Need an adult beverage. I need an adult beverage. Can we get a good return? We're gonna get to the fucking 25. Can we gotta put some points on the board. At this point, we're judging by our possession. We're probably going to have, potentially, if we have a 3 and out, we'll potentially mess around and have the last possession.
Then you sell it.
Ryan Pafavon said, "This is the eeriest reminiscent of the Rams-Buccaneers 1999 championship game. Final score was 11-6. Yeah, but if you guys watched that game, it was a defensive fucking showdown.
Sell it.
It was, I should say, defensive masterclass performance for the most part by the Bucs. Ineptitude by the Bucs offense. Bucs offense was ass. You have a quarterback, they go to the Super Bowl. No disrespect to Sean King, but for all intents and purposes, if you have, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers just got fucking blasted. Rodgers just got fucking blasted. And it's Bud Dupree who ends up getting him on the ground. The former Pittsburgh Steeler absolutely blasts Aaron Rodgers. Kyle Patuan said, much love, my dude. Much love to the fan, bro. I appreciate that. $1 per 5 said, you're buying Steelers gloves for your family Christmas tree this year. Hey, go ahead and put them on the tree. I'm telling you right now, somehow the first time that you end up putting it up there, it's going to drop whatever the fuck you put on it. Oh, yeah, he could have low-key got the flag for it, but I ain't going to hold you. As it pertains to helmet, contact on sacks and all that other stuff, I'm kind of a bit more lenient there. I'm a bit old school. All right, Jalen Warren lowering the shoulder, run somebody over, man. That's a good fucking attempt right there from Henley on that tackle right there. That's a grown man. Nathan put 5 on and said, John Smith, you should be ashamed as the Adonis family, including Chiseled Adonis, would say you big dummy indeed. Illuminati put 5 on and said, I drank a beer, I drank another beer, 3 beers, 4 beers, 5 beers, 7 beers, 7 beers. And a Bloody Mary indeed. Mark Jackson put 2 on and said, am I ready for next week's Monday Night Football? Am I ready? No, I have no idea who's playing at the moment. Pittsburgh 0 of 4 on third down. But what else is new? 3rd and 8. They're going to leave the middle of the field open. They're probably going to bring some pressure. Middle of the field is open. Oh, my God. He's going deep. Aaron's going to air it out. Oh, wow. What a play by the Chargers. That's a hell of a fucking play by the Chargers. I can't even say nothing bad about that. That's a hell of a motherfucking play from the Chargers. Reed made a hell of a breakup. Because that was going to be a touchdown over there to Calvin Austin. That's just a hell of a defensive play. That's a hell of a goddamn defensive play right there. Low key, he should have went down underneath over to Gainwell, because I think Gainwell might have messed around and been open underneath. But that's just a hell of a play by Reed, turning around right on time. Reed turned around right on time. Pierre, what the fuck you looking around for? Get back there. They fair catch it, and now the Chargers get the football back with 5:49 left to go here in the half. Aaron wanted to go for it all. It was actually a very good pass there from Aaron, but that's just a hell of a goddamn defensive play there from the Chargers. That's just good defense. That's a good pass breakup. Because if he didn't turn around, he was given his positioning, it would have been difficult for him to go and intercept that. He had to jump in order to go and knock that down. If he got 2 hands up, he possibly could have made a play on the football, but that's just a hell of a play. That's a hell of a defensive play right there. Sean put 5 on and said, Steelers defense holding their own. Offense needs to wake up. See, that's the problem, though, because we've been desperately wanting to see the defense go out there and put out like a shutout kind of performance, or a situation to where you're forcing 3, you're getting 3 and outs. The offense is just completely, if we don't have takeaways, we cannot go out there and get drives to where we go down the field and score. Like, if it's up to our offense to put together, we just don't have it. Ever since week 1 was the only week in which we had those. Oh, and maybe Thursday night against Cincinnati. Outside of those 2 weeks, struggling without takeaways in order to put together offensive drives. Struggling. Grim Reaper said, your first week at the job, you about to make some money. Congratulations. That's good to hear. Just absolutely brutal, man. We got to do better. We got to do better. We have to do better. Mark Jackson has said the top 3 Steelers players that I didn't want to see traded. That I didn't want to see traded.
Then you sell it.
Who are individuals who got traded that I didn't want to see leave? Well, of course, Antonio Brown, but then I don't think there was going to be a scenario where he comes back and plays, so then
you sell it.
AB, let's see here. They got Snoop Dogg holding up statistics that really don't even fucking matter. We talking about we can't get motherfucking takeaways and shit. This is terrible. Nah, Dupree left in free agency. We didn't trade him. I'll have to think about that. Jermaine put 5 on, said, every member of this secondary, put your motherfucking head back down, you bums indeed. We got to get a stop here. Oh, my God. He finds a fucking seam and a hole to run every single time. How much yardage they got on the ground right now? I bet they over 50 already. I bet they over 50. Yep, that run's going to take them over 50. I'm not even surprised. They got 51 yards on the ground. How the fuck? How are they able to go out there and run the fucking football on us, fam? What are we doing? We are so fucking ass. Last week, we're able to fucking hold Jonathan Taylor under 50 yards. This week, they already got 51 fucking yards on the ground. Come on, man. Kyle Pavava said, seriously, Lawrence is a bum. You don't trust the new GM. We fucked up. Quentin Johnston breaking tackles over here, only able to gain a couple of yards. We have to hold him here. Get the fucking football back and go on a lengthy drive to end the goddamn half. Juju left in free agency. We just didn't re-sign him. It wasn't a situation where they got traded. Pittsburgh don't be trading like that, really. Without takeaways, the defense plays complementary football to the opposing offense, trying to drain the clock. Yeah, they do a very good job of helping them. And then the offense can't put together drives. Like, that's what's the most frustrating. It's like when the defense is good, the offense is bad. When the offense is good, the defense is bad.
Ventasport is now
oh my
following.
God, please no flag. Joey Porter in coverage. Oh, of course there's a fucking flag. Of course there's a flag. Is this a hold on the offense? I hope so. It's a hold on the offense. Thank the Lord. Oh my God. Joey Porter in coverage. Every time you see a flag come out, you 100% believe it's on him.
Is now following.
Laundry on the field is going to be on the Los Angeles Chargers. Second and 17, we got to get home. We have to get home. Hey, Jalen Ramsey's sitting there at safety right now. I need Jalen to go out there and make a play, please. Jalen is way too deep right now. Pause. They not going that far out. Get off the block. Get off the block. Get off the block. Fuck! Hit somebody. It was so blatantly obvious that they're running a goddamn. Come on, man. TJ doing a whole lot of nothing. He had maybe a couple of opportunities at pressures, but they're getting the football out fast, and they're keeping additional, help over there. But Highsmith, Herbig, and I don't understand why Herbig isn't on the field on third down situations to bring additional fucking pressures. There we go. Get after the quarterback, Peyton. Get it, it's Peyton. Peyton, you got to get him. Thank the Lord. There it is. We get home. Peyton Wilson with a good pressure, and Keanu Benton gets what I believe to be his 5th or his 6th sack on the season. I think that's sack number 6. Get him on the ground. Thank the Lord. Peyton Wilson made that one happen. Peyton Wilson made that one happen. Thank you very much for y'all recognizing that I know who the fuck made this happen. Look at this rush here from Peyton Wilson, forcing Herbert to go and make a play, and then the goddamn Keanu Benton had to come and go and grab him. Hell of a goddamn job. Way to get home. And now we're going to have that final drive, but we must score. We must score. Just like I told you guys, we go 3 and out, we could potentially get this football as the last possession for the half. All right, we got exactly 3 fucking minutes. We have exactly 3 fucking minutes. We get a first down, we'll have at least an opportunity to potentially make this the final drive. But we need fucking points. Cannot have a fucking field goal whatsoever, man. Like, this is the type of game where if you have a personally, I feel this in my heart of hearts. If you have this become a 2-possession game, and it's getting towards the 4th quarter to where with the run game for the Chargers is out of the question, I 100% believe Pittsburgh can run away with the damn victory. The issue that Pittsburgh has now, because you don't have a fucking offense that can produce points, you can't unleash the hounds and get after the quarterback. You can't unleash the hounds and get after the quarterback. We have to put points on the board so that we can go and bring fucking pressure to where we get rid of the run game so the team becomes one-dimensional, and at that point, we can see how good the fucking pass rush is. But we have to bank on one-on-one victories or one-on-2 fucking victories every single goddamn time. Maverick for 5 wants to say, hey, just wanted to call it now and say the Steelers next starting QB next season, old man Flacco. I don't think that's going to happen. I know some people want it to happen solely because you had Joe Flacco play for the other 3 teams in the AFC North. It's not happening. Pittsburgh's not going to do that. It's going to mess around and be Will Howard, or they're going to try to make a move to get somebody who's younger. They're not going to go for an old geezer anymore. Second and 6. Need a first down here. Need a first down here. Come on, Rodgers. Middle. Oh, my God. He threw it right to the defense. He threw it right to the fucking defense. This man threw an interception. Well, there it is. There it is. Pass intercepted. Rodgers overthrew DK Metcalf right to the motherfucking defense again. What are we doing, bro? What are we? I told you guys. I told you guys.
14 grand.
Oh.
Sell it.
I'd like to ask Rodgers,
You don't know the way. Do you know the way?
but the man don't know the way.
You know what? I'll tell you this. Just put the fries in the bag, bro. You washed.
Pack him up, fam. This is absolutely ludicrous. Absolutely. He threw it straight to the motherfucking defense.
Sell it.
He threw it straight to the motherfucking defense, bro.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb. I'm smart and I want respect.
You ain't gonna get no goddamn respect, bro. This is we're just fucking ass, bro. We're such a disappointment of a fucking football team. You done messed up, AA Ron, and watch, they're gonna take advantage and go the distance to the end zone. There's no doubt in my mind they're gonna score a touchdown here. There is zero doubt in my mind they're gonna go and score a touchdown here. I'm not remotely surprised at what I'm seeing here. I'm not remotely surprised. The moment coming into this game and people were sitting there, oh man, you know, considering what the Steelers defense did last week, then you see the Chargers offense, they're a bit weary. It don't matter what that look like. If our offense can't produce points without having to get turnovers, bro, we can't put together drives to save our fucking lives. Play calling has been absolute ass and the execution's been even worse. Pathetic. We're absolutely fucking pathetic. We're absolutely fucking pathetic. This shit is dumb as hell. It's Rodgers has only, like, the other receivers don't exist. Outside of DK Metcalf, you really don't exist like that. You'll get at best 2, maybe 3 targets in the game. It's primarily a pass over to a tight end or it's going to DK Metcalf. That's it. We're so fucking predictable. Ridiculous, bro. Every single time. Dwayne Patuan said, go to your room, Aaron. Just ridiculous. Like, who the hell is he throwing to? He completely overthrew mans. Kyle Pavavon said, you would have given the green light for that Steelers trade for Lawrence. Would have been funny if that happened too. Well, shit, I'd take him. At least moving forward.
14 grand.
For next year. Illuminati Pavavon said, at what point do the Steelers refresh the whole coaching staff? It needed to happen already. Christopher 51 said Pittsburgh needs to start developing Will Howard. I think they're doing that right now. Chargers have 5 points. Indeed, they do, Ryan. $1 said days of our Steelers. It's like this is MVS isn't available. Well, if they ended up signing, is he? I believe he is signed. First, let me go and check on my Underdog and see where I'm at.
14 grand.
I'm 100% sure I'm probably losing in this one-on-one right now over on Underdog. Dwayne Pavavon said enough from the old man. Let me see if I'm winning or losing over on Underdog. I'm 100% losing. I'm down by 3 points. It's incredibly close, though. Quentin Johnson is his high point man. Mine is Jalen Warren, but I'm getting nothing from either of my guys.
Congratulations! Oh my God.
You think this will be the first losing season because the schedule is not looking good? No, it doesn't matter.
28 just
Tomlin
resubscribed for
is
15
almost
months.
guaranteed
Yo,
to go
what's
9
this
and 8.
good Chiseled? Do you think a split from Tomlin would be a good to help reinvigorate the franchise? I think Tomlin needs it the same way Andy Reid needed it, but curious your thoughts.
I've said this for the past couple of years. Yes. Like, do I respect the man? Yes. Do I think that he's a bad coach? No. But do I think he's a great coach? No. I think the messaging has since passed. I don't think he's ass. I 100% believe he can go to a different franchise and probably find success elsewhere. But the issue is you're seeing the same types of performances year in, year out, and mediocre football, period. That's the problem. So I've said the past couple of years, like, yo, if it's time to go and move on because the Tomlinisms, all that other stuff, it doesn't hit home anymore. People aren't buying into what's going on. Like we don't as a franchise. Well, how are we missing fucking tackles in open field? These motherfuckers is clapping hands. There's no reason to have confidence around the organization at all. He's, as I've said in the recaps, he's become Jeff Fisher. Now, folks is joking. Like, think about the fact that everybody can joke about, oh, 9-8, 10-7. Oh, as long as we get that winning season. Think about what that means. Nobody even thinks about you as somebody who's an actual contender anymore. Nope. It's 9-8, 10-7. Get to the playoffs, get absolutely blown the fuck out. Slay is out with a concussion. I'm not surprised. Who would I like to see replace Tom? Truly, I have no, before, like if you asked me, like post, I want to say 2020, 2021, around that time period when everybody was saying, yo, get rid of Tomlin, get rid of Tomlin. I used to say I would be apprehensive to do so because you have to consider the context. You have a very, very aging old quarterback in a Ben Roethlisberger. You have a older, aging offensive line that was no longer what it used to be, right? Given that was the case, you don't have the pieces to be able to go out there and win. So the expectation of being a legitimate contender, it's kind of foolish. You kind of know you're in a rebuilding kind of spot, right? But you're never too bad to pick high, and you're never too good to be a legitimate contender. But the moment that they started to restructure the team to have a squad that has pieces places to where you had at the time Minkah Fitzpatrick, you had your TJ Watts who's still there, you had yourself in Cam Hayward who was playing at all-pro level, you had all of this stuff that was going on. You actually had a team that could somewhat compete because you had a defense that was a championship level defense, but the offense was absolute ass, right? And then fast forward now, the team that they built on like right now, this team that they have now, it's built to contend, albeit they don't have all the sexy names on offense or whatever the case may be, but this is supposed to be a championship defense, and what's the case? Underperforming heavily. So clearly, whatever message he's trying to go and send, it's not working. The defense is the highest paid in the NFL. Tomlin is Jeff Fisher with the Super Bowl. Yeah.
14 grams of
All right. The Chargers going to continue to let the clock run down. They go. Oh my God. You got to break that up. There it is. Break the pass up. 16 seconds left. Jazz Nell Patuan said, you take Tomlin to the Falcons. No offense to Morris. Jalen Pavavon said, these gambling scandals hit the sports world hard. Similarly, to the crack epidemic, the FBI giving out go to jail cards like Oprah giving out cars. Commentary should be premiering in the next 5 minutes or so. All right. Don't allow a touchdown. Oh my God, Lad McConkey wide open over the fucking middle. That's a touchdown. That's too fucking easy. That's too fucking easy. That's too fucking easy. Right over the goddamn middle. Right over the goddamn middle. And of course, if you're unable to go and put points on the board, there's going to be a situation where your defense gives up one. You can't put points on the board, you're going to get taken advantage of. And that's exactly what the fuck happens. Lad McConkey to the end zone. That's a touchdown. Too easy. Dicker the kicker through the uprights, and it's good. Keep in mind, Pittsburgh is 0-2 in prime time this year. 0-2 in prime time this year. We lost to the Bengals. We lost to the Packers. We beat the Vikings early in the morning over in London, but that wasn't a prime time game. They don't count that one as a prime time game. Yeah, this one's not on the, I mean, the defense gave up the score. You got to at least try to see if you can hold them to a field goal, but you gave them a short field. Rodgers throws an interception. You're supposed to get points off of turnovers. Isaiah said McConkey, indeed. Even when losing, Tomlin will still play conservative. All right, we're going to take a knee, go to the half, and remember, the Chargers are going to get the football to start the second half. Oh, the game was in Ireland. My bad. It was in Ireland. Yup, Aaron overthrew DK for what would have been a touchdown. And then overthrows DK for what ends up becoming an interception. Tomlin's like the NFL Doc Rivers. Yes. William keeping the tradition going, giving out gifts. No effort on the extra point, just standing there. Yup. This is Steeler football. Why is he throwing to DK? Nobody else to throw to, apparently. 12 seconds remaining. Empty set formation here for Aaron Rodgers. Let's see if they can find somebody open. They got 2 timeouts remaining. At least if we could get down the field and get into, Chris Boswell field goal range, we could at least cut this deficit. Rodgers got to get rid of this football. He's going to have to run. No, he's going to throw it. Nearly intercepted. Nearly intercepted. Trying to go and find Roman Wilson. By the way, why the fuck don't we sign Asante Samuel Jr.? We might as well go and sign Asante Samuel Jr. He got cleared to return back to football just to add extra depth to the secondary. Because we got folks dropping like flies left and right. We got to add additional depth to our motherfucking secondary. We have to go and get another wide receiver, too. And let me see if Marquez Valdez-Scantling, if he's activated.
14 grams of crack.
Great job, Austin. Way to hold on to the football. Why not get Deshaun Jackson or Dez? I should block you. Gerard put 2 on, said just take a shot, Brody. I mean, this is just Steelers football through and through. Like, this isn't anything that's new to me. He's on the practice squad. Well, there it is. Sargaba 5 on said time to cue up the mic clip. Venti said, Vegas local, born and raised. Love your Raiders. Love the video I did on them even more. Started watching football a few weeks ago for the first time. Oh, really? How cool is that? Hopefully you've been enjoying it. Hope you've been enjoying the sport. No, Rogers already said coming in, this is the swan song. This is it. This is it. Final play of the half. Rogers going to have to try a Hail Mary. Most likely going to end up resulting in an interception, or is just going to throw it underneath, and then you're going to need like a Tyreek Hill-esque effort to go and find the end zone. But here we are. Bring 4, just throw it short. There's Roman Wilson. Just go and run out of bounds, and let's go to the half. Let's go to the half. Waste people's time. Just pathetic. Just absolutely pathetic. The Steelers lost tonight would make the Ravens 1 game away from being the top of the division. Well, actually, it'd be two games away. Well, a game and a half, per se. It'd be a game and a half. And then when they play each other in 2 weeks, I believe it's 2 weeks, right? Yeah, when they play, let me see, when do they play? They play in 2 weeks, right? I don't think it's 3. I think they play in 2 weeks. They play in, they play on the start of November. Never mind. Yeah, they'll mess around and catch them. They'll mess around and catch us. We have Cincinnati next week. Divisional football, and then going on the road to Chicago, then hosting Buffalo, and then you got Baltimore. Amazing. Patriots 5-0 and the Seahawks are 4-0, both undefeated on the road. That's nice. Playing very good football. Methodical said it's okay. Rodgers will put up 500 yards on the Bengals shit defense. We had the Steelers and the Bengals play earlier in the season, right? And what happened? It doesn't really matter what the offense does if the defense can't stop anybody. One bad dog put 10 on it. Said, what's up, Chiz? Oh, happy Sunday. Can I keep you and yours in prayer? Granny got diagnosed with pre-dementia at 89 years old. Also play for your Panthers. Keep pounding. Well, for one, I'm sorry to hear that. My aunt had dementia, so it's certainly something that is very, very, very concerning. So I'll tell you this much: just be by her side, aid her in everything that she got going on. Make sure that she's active as well. And yeah, man, be there for your folks. Be there for your folks. Josh Allen said, Baltimore 1-5. I knew they still could have the division. Yeah, solely because of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, legitimately, if Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati, and let's just say they lost to Green Bay, but they beat Cincinnati, if you have somewhat of a wide margin in your division, you'll be able to at least be decent enough to be on some, we could say this other team is kind of out. Because guess what? If Pittsburgh never lost to Cincinnati, and then let's just say if they lose today, right? If Green Bay was the only L that they had, now you play Cincinnati again, you don't play down to the competition, you beat them. You play against Chicago, that one could go either way or whatever the case is. You play against Buffalo, that could go either way, whatever the case is. By the time you go on the road to go and meet Baltimore, if you beat Baltimore and you have a 3-game span there, all you have to do is win one more game on the season. The division is yours. Because by the time that you meet them at week 18, they won't have enough. They'll be behind by a game, and they would have to essentially go undefeated, with the exception of the losses to you. That'd be the only way that they'd be able to get to a spot, and just the probability of that is not as high. Like, it's a numbers game. So that's why I said when Pittsburgh was 4-1 and Baltimore was sitting there at 1-5, I think Stephen A. Smith said it as well. Like, I'm not concerned regarding, can the Ravens pull themselves at the hole? It's how fast can the Steelers choke? They literally did this last year. You shocked everybody. Started the season 10-3. It should have been 11-2, because you shouldn't have lost to Cleveland. But you choked in the end for what reason? Right? They gave you the game, and then you just decided to go and give it back. But how many times have we seen this post 2018 up until now? 2018 up until now, it's just choke job after choke job in the clutch every single time. So all we're here to do is get to 500. That's it. And I said this preseason. That's why I'm not somebody who's very, very confused or losing my mind. And I told y'all that's what it is coming into the year. The video is still there. So anybody who religiously watches the Chiseled Adonis videos, this isn't something that's surprising. Is around the time that the Steelers peak in the past? Well, indeed. You come out the gate kind of strong, then you end up faltering and falling apart, because Pittsburgh in December has been absolute ass this entire decade, with the exception of 1 year where Kenny Pickett went 4-1 down the stretch in order to get us back to 500. But we've been ass, bro. JJ Productions for 5-1 said on the course right now for us, Steelers play solid to great defense. Offense sucks. Our offense plays good. Our defense sucks on the course again. Indeed. It's every single time. Every single time. Kyle Patuan said, send the family your best. Indeed. Should Todd Haley be the next head coach of the Steelers? No. I want somebody who's not even ever been associated with the organization. And furthermore, you got to clean house with the defensive coordinator. I don't want to say I don't mind Arthur Smith, but there comes a point in which when we're vertically pushing the ball down the field, I truly think the offensive scheme makes sense. But if we're not pushing the football down the field, it's mundane and ridiculous. Remember the issue post Roethlisberger's injury when he returned in 2020? What was the biggest fucking problem that the offense kept running into? We never could throw the football down the field. By the time that it became Pickett, Trubisky, Rudolph at the helm, we would, every other week, we'd have a play that's over 20 yards.
Then you sell it.
Every time. Tajada said, damn, you're pushing Tomlin out already. How long have you been subscribed to the channel? You must be new here. There's been a conversation for the last 7 years. Ravens' downfall is getting complacent with victories and choking when it counts. But for them, it's about the playoffs. Like, the regular season doesn't matter. Like, for a lot, I don't want to say for a lot of teams, but I've said this before. Steelers, Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys. I think predominantly those five. Is there somebody else that would be there for this group? Steelers, yeah. Steelers, Ravens, Bills, Cowboys, Chiefs. Yeah. Yeah, those five. And Detroit is still kind of new into the fold. But those five teams, literally, the regular season does not matter. It does not matter. Postseason success is always that's always the spot where it's like, yo, I really don't care what happens in the 18-week season. You get your ticket to the postseason, great. You have to produce. And the only reason why I bring up Kansas City is this is why I've constantly said, like, yo, the regular season don't fucking matter for Kansas City because they turn into a different team in the playoffs. And you've seen it. Like the New England Patriots, the Indianapolis, all that stuff, year after year, bro, you know who's going to be contending when it comes time. Buffalo, you got to make it to the Super Bowl. You have to get over the hump. Regular season, no matter. We know you're going to be there in the postseason. You've got to get the job done. Baltimore, same thing. The Ravens are going through the same thing that the Steelers is going through. Your head coach won a championship over a decade ago. There comes a point in which the message that you're trying to drive home doesn't stick. And despite the fact that you could possibly win games in the regular season, now you make it to the playoffs. Hey, it's time to win the most important games, and you fall short. It's like, hey, this shit don't really matter, bro. Like, yeah, you're racking up some wins. Great. You got to win those games in the regular season to go and qualify for the playoffs, of course. But now that January gets here, hey, it's time to get it together. The Cowboys, who gives a fuck about the regular season? Y'all haven't been back to the NFC Championship in 29 years. Don't make it this year. It's fixing to be 30. So you have to be able to go out there and perform, period. Period. Patriots won 6 rings. That's a measuring stick, regardless of what the team looked like recently. No, the thing with the Patriots is Drake May is a second-year quarterback. You're now in a situation where, all right, he came in, he's having a very good season, MVP caliber season, and you just want to be able to make it to the playoffs and just see what your team looks like there. It's not immediately a situation where it's Super Bowl or bust. It's different with different teams, you know? Oh, Donnie put a 100 on, said the tree raid. Oh, shit, looks like Tree is in the building. We've got a urinating tree raid, ladies and gentlemen. I've been driven to drink for the urinating treers in the building. I've been driven to drink. Why? Because the Pittsburgh Steelers' ineptitude is once again on display. The team, when the offense is good, the defense is trash. When the defense is good, the offense is trash. And what transpired here in the first quarter? We saw nothing but 3 and outs straight out the gate for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We've been so ass tonight. Chris Boswell is missing field goals that are considered chip shot kicks for him. Defensively, we continue to struggle to go and make tackles when it matters, but I'm not going to fault, the defense heavily for that touchdown drive, primarily because Aaron threw the football straight to the Chargers defense. What are you supposed to do when you have a takeaway as a team? You're supposed to go out there and get points. You're going to have a short field. So given that's the case, the Chargers took advantage. I can't fault the defense for that because the offense has to put together a drive. We've produced 3 first downs the whole first half. We got 3 points. We look like we play JV football. Scratch that. Pop Warner. We don't look like a professional football team. Madison Beer is singing on the sideline every time the Steelers go out there. She's not even intimidated. She's saying, yes, baby, yes, baby, yes, baby. She's singing every time the Steelers go out there onto the field, whether it be offense, whether it be defense, whether it be special teams, because she knows her boyfriend is going to cook. And if it's not him, it's going to be the other 11, the defense, who's going to go out there and cook. We are ass until we prove we aren't. And unfortunately, that ain't the case, is it? We look a lot like booty cheeks, and we shaking the ass all over primetime national television. California put first time chat, say what's up, Chiseled? President of America is here. Well, hello. Final 30, ladies and gentlemen. Second half is upon us. Second half is upon us. That first half, for all intents and purposes, I would say is dominated by the Los Angeles Chargers. And might I add, Kyle Duggar, Joey Porter, both dropped interceptions. One led to a field goal. The other could have easily put us in position to go and win this doggone game. I said win the game. Put points on the board. Because we would have been in Chargers territory straight out the gate. Disappointing, ladies and gentlemen. Disappointing. Suarez, for 5-1, said, sup again, CA, not going to lie, if I was Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma, you're leaving the Fox network. That was absolutely disgusting. They just couldn't help it. You mean when they had the interview with Trump in studio? You're going to leave the network for having the president for the first time in 50 years have the interview in studio? I don't know if that would warrant leaving. Like, even I don't think there was something there that would have warranted leaving the network. They had the interview, even if you don't dislike Son or whatever the case may be. It wasn't anything that was relatively biased. They went in there, they had a conversation, albeit I think it ran a bit too long, and it was like 8.5 minutes, almost damn near 10 minutes being there in the booth. Certainly ran long. But it's the first time in 50-some years that they had a sitting president going to attend the game, unless I missed something. Worth leaving the network and just saying, hey, peace out, I no longer want to work anymore? Is there something that I missed?
That young man is now following.
Maybe there was something that I missed. The only thing that I saw was that they had the interview, and then they were in there, they were having a discussion. But you'd have to give me a bit of context for what would warrant leaving. Like, you're saying leaving the network. That's what I'm just trying to get context on leaving the network. Jalen Pavavon said, so far this season, who are my top 5 for MVP? You have Daniel Jones, Drake May, Jonathan Taylor, Matthew Stafford, Sam Darnold. I would swap out Jones. I'd put in Mahomes. Making all known entertainment. Put 2 on and said, what are my thoughts on the AFC West? Very, very competitive division. I think the Broncos are frauds. The Chargers, it's a matter of injury. Oh, wow, the pass was ricocheted and then caught by Justin Herbert, but there's laundry on the field again. And then Kansas City's Kansas City, so we'll see. Fox is known for the reputation, though. Django said the fact that you saw this coming due to them trading George Pickens. Good game for the Chargers. We shall see. Mr. G said, wait, can you send me videos to react? You can send it in the, you can either email it to me or DM me. But then DMs is kind of difficult because I'm getting 300 DMs a day. So I can't see everything. Yeah, I seen for the most part what was going on with the interview. But maybe I'd have to go watch it again because I don't know, warranted leaving the, like, the network, like quitting your job. That's just, I'd have to see what was said there or what was done there. Maybe there's something that I'm missing. Penguin said, you hope that we don't make the playoffs. Give the spot to somebody that'll actually make games remotely interesting and competitive. 2nd and 8, 14 minutes. We're only 1 minute in now into the second half. Justin for 5 said, play the cheek video again. You lukewarm cocoa butter, Vaseline, extra greasy bottle wasn't out yet. Your boy hasn't busted since we went into the pen. Choke your snake. Sir, what is going on? Sir, you need to relax, all right? What you talking about? Get the cocoa butter. Oh, the pass was batted at the line. I believe that was TJ Watt batting the football at the line. Or did he attempt to throw the ball and then it went right into the hand of TJ and batted it down right there? There's a play right there for 90. To show up there on tape. Oh, yeah, that's a way to get your hands up and bat that down. Hell of a job. Hell of a job right there from TJ Watt. Able to get his hands up and bat that football down. Great job. And now it's a 3rd and long, but this is where Pittsburgh struggles. 3rd and long, we don't get off the field. I think we give up like a 50% rate. Oh, damn, TJ able to get right over the middle, but unfortunately, we can't make a play in the secondary. We got a QB hit there. TJ got through and got a QB hit there, but Keenan Allen was able to get open. What I tell you guys, just right before they took the snap, when it's 3rd and long, the Steelers defense is absolutely god-awful, bro. You would think, and mind you, the Chargers are number 1 in the NFL on 3rd down. 3rd and long, the moment it gets past, it's 3rd and 8 and longer, bro, Pittsburgh can't stop a soul. I feel more comfortable watching my defense go on the field on a 3rd and short. If it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, I'll feel comfortable watching the Steelers defense and hope for a stop. If it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 36, 3rd and 87, I'm on the edge of my seat because these motherfuckers going to find a way to allow a goddamn conversion. Every time. It's been this way for 5 years. Like people who don't watch Steeler games because you're not a fan or obvious because they usually average about 4 to 5, primetime games annually, right? But it's literally the same thing every single time. You get 3rd and long, shit. They about to give up a fucking conversion. Thank the Lord. You're able to go and get a fucking breakup. Thank you very much. Knocking the hands out of the hands of Quentin Johnson. But it's Quentin Johnson, so I'm not surprised. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Here we go again. 3rd and 10. Oh, boy. Isn't Tomlin supposed to be a defensive mind coach? See, that's what's so perplexing about the entire situation. Because you have an underperforming fucking defense for about a decade now. And it's opportune. Like, even when we had a defense that was making plays, remember, it was the splash plays that made things look even better. Like, I'll get to that in a little bit. 3rd and long. Oh, my God. Here comes the stretcher. All right. Did we get the ball out? No, we did not. TJ got a hand on there, but then Highsmith was able to go and get him on the ground. Hell of a job. Able to get off the fucking field here. That was concerning. That was concerning, but we were able to get the job done. But here's what am I watching the game on? I'm watching on NBC. But this is where it's been concerning. Even that 2020 defense that was spectacular for Pittsburgh. The 2021 defense that had the TJ Watt winning the defensive player of the year, right? Those squads, they took the football away at an insane clip, and they were fucking sacking the quarterback like a mad. They were sacking the quarterback crazy. For like 5 straight years, they led the league in sacks, right? And I don't think that's ever been done in NFL history. I think maybe somebody messing around could have got him now. Somebody could fact check it, just go and see. But you had the benefit of sacking the QB, but also getting takeaways. Here's the issue. Throughout the games, you still gave up a grandiose amount of yards. Pittsburgh probably hasn't been top 10 in yards allowed in years, since the LeBeau years. You probably have a couple of seasons here and there, but for the most part, we're not in that conversation. We're constantly bend, don't break. If we don't get them takeaways, we are bottom 5 fucking defense. We rely on takeaways and sacks and just hope, as Urinating Tree has always said, high-end talent to go and make plays. The Chargers' offensive line is absolutely depleted. They're absolutely depleted. This is what I expect to see from the Steelers' pass rush literally all day. Here's what the problem is. Our offense has to go and produce points, period. Our offense has to go and produce points, period. Kyle Platoon said I had shades of the Jags and Pittsburgh game from 2017. You want to know why they lost that game? Third down again. How many third downs did Blake Bortles convert? Matter of fact, I'll go and pull it up. And the irony of that particular day is I had to go to the hospital literally in the fourth quarter of that game because I think I had gotten like a stomach bug or something from the day prior, so I was feeling bad literally all day, and I couldn't even watch the Minneapolis Miracle because I had to listen to it as it was happening, and I'm laying there in a hospital bed. The video's still up. The post is probably still on the community tab if you scroll all the way back to January of 2018. But if I was to go, let me see here, Jacksonville. Did they score on every drive? Yep, they scored on every single drive. Touchdown. Oh, pardon me. Okay, let me open this. Touchdown. Oh, that was all scoring drive. Touchdown, punt. Touchdown, punt, fumble recovery, touchdown, punt. Okay, defense started playing some game. Then we went turnover on downs. They scored the touchdown. They scored the other touchdown, and that was all she wrote. Then they got the field goal, and that was the end of the game because Juju scored with like a second left to play, and that was pretty much it. But if I go through, okay, so let me see here. Third downs. We got 3rd and 1. No, but they scored on 4th down on 4th and 1. Yeah, there was a touchdown there. 2nd down. Blake Bortles. Okay, 3rd and 5. Blake Bortles ran for 12 yards, right? Blake Bortles had a scramble for 11. How many? First and foremost, before I even look at all this, I just want to see how much yards he had on the ground. I think he was the leading rusher, right? Blake Bortles had 35 yards. He ran 5 times. Each of them were all first downs. All right, there we go. That's a first down. Damn, they just ripped the fuck out of this man's shirt. God damn. Jaylen Warren making plays. Hold on, wait a minute. We're going to revisit this. Jaylen Warren's making plays. Jaylen Warren's making plays. He just hurdled right over Hart. Man, just jumped all over that man. Hey, it's something about Pittsburgh running backs. These motherfuckers love pressing the goddamn triangle button. Le'Veon Bell, Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren. Folks always pressing the goddamn triangle button. That's a clean hurdle. Turn that man into a Goomba. That's a grown man hurdle right there. That's a grown man hurdle right there. There's a handoff to Warren again. He's going to gain positive yardage. Probably gain about a gain of 6 here. Hey, that man got to take his damn, he got to take that shirt off, man. He got to take that shirt off. That shit is underneath his damn ass. He got to take that. Somebody got to rip that shit completely off. If this man breaks into the fucking open field, but because his fucking shirt is ripped, he ends up tripping under the strength of his own legs, I'm going to be fucking mad. Thank you. Go and rip his oh no, there's a Charger who's down. It's a big boy. Making all known. Entertainment Platoon said, as a Chargers fan, we get hype and then injured. Yeah, there's a lot of injuries for the Chargers. Pain. Ann Burglar says, hello, President Adonis. Hello. Why is nobody ripping the fucking shirt? Rip the shirt off. You got folks giving water, just pull the goddamn shirt off. Folks is literally leaving this shit. They're literally leaving the goddamn jersey, or the shit there. Tier A jerseys was awesome. Nah, they weren't amazing when the players was playing. DK is not a wide receiver 1, a very good 2, to quote Next Friday. They clean, but DK is a number 1 receiver. DK is 100% a number 1 receiver. Like, there's different levels of number 1 receivers, of course. You have, like, the all-pro number 1 receivers, and then you have the primary target number 1 receivers on team. Like, they're good, but not great, per se. But DK is definitely a number 1 receiver. They just don't have a additional, like, 2. Like, for example, T. Higgins is a phenomenal number 2. You would argue if he was on a different team, he'd be a number 1. But you never know until you end up bringing somebody somewhere else. Like, for example, people thought Juju was a number 1 receiver. No, Juju's a number 2 at best. Phenomenal number 3. I think he should have never left Pittsburgh. But they ended up not wanting to go and pay him, and he ended up walking. I would love if I had that man back on the goddamn football team. There's some guys who are one, like I think Calvin Austin isn't a 2. I think Calvin Austin's a 3. I don't think Pittsburgh has a number 2. You sign MVS. MVS is a 3. Roman Wilson, throughout the entirety of the time that he's been here thus far, he's been a 3 at best. Oh my God, we got to use another fucking timeout. We got to use another. Oh, we got to use another motherfucking timeout. What are we doing, bro? This is the second time in this game. This is the second time in this game. We got to use a goddamn timeout early. What are we doing? What are we doing? Arthur Smith needs to utilize Calvin Austin. He's a speedster. Well, for whatever reason, we don't know how to fucking use this man. Now, granted, we shouldn't just be like, oh, launch vertical, but there were times in which this man made plays deep down the field from time to time, just leveraging, you know, him being a deep, going deep down the field and being a deep threat. But he's also very short, so you have to know how you want to utilize it. Now, we've seen short guys be that deep threat, like a Tyreek Hill and Cliff Branch and stuff like that. Oh, my God, Rodgers about to go down. He's about to go down. Nobody fucking protected back there. It was way too easy. They was able to go and generate a pass rush, of course. We're fucking pathetic. We're fucking pathetic. We can't block to save our life, bro. We can't block to save our life, bro. We can't block to save our life, bro. What you looking for the contact for? Why would you jump into this man's face? What are you doing? Roman Wilson, dumbass, bro. Golly. Pathetic, man. Hopefully this flag is on the Chargers. Laundry on the field again. Steelers is fucking disappointing to see. Because every drive, it's the same thing. Okay, a block in the back, move them back a bit further. We legitimately depend heavily on the defense having to go and make get a turnover. Our offense cannot generate first downs. We just cannot generate first downs whatsoever. Everybody getting to the backfield. Everybody. Everybody getting to the backfield. Roger look like he's swatting bees. Yeah, folks ain't out there to go and protect the QB. Rodgers has had to step up in the pocket every single time. We can't give nobody no time whatsoever, bro. Ridiculous. Why trade Pickens? Why would you not trade Pickens? He's a fucking problem. Pickens is balling, but he's an issue inside the locker room. If you watch Steeler games last year, whenever you're losing games, he doesn't want to go out there and block. He's throwing temper tantrums. You don't want to have cancers in your locker room. It doesn't matter if they would have been, because what happens when now you lose games and now you don't have a locker room? You got guys where ultimately, for lack of a better term, the prisoners are running the asylum. That's when problems happen. Pickens is balling, right? The team's losing over there as well. Only a matter of time. All these different things come into play. Me personally, I would have, because you wanted, they wanted to trade Pickens and at least get something from it. You guys are going nowhere, anywhere. Well, they're number one in the division. Even if they are ass right now, they still are number one in the division. They still are number one in the division. So the Cowboys are currently right now third in their division, maybe what, second, but also they're struggling, like they're completely out of it. Like Pittsburgh still, number one in their division, at least for the time being. That doesn't, oh, well, they should have went and traded for pick. No, there's a reason why they did that. They should have picked they should have made a move for somebody during the trade Pickens for Shador. They should have made a move for somebody prior to the trade deadline being finished. I think they tried to make an offer for Jacoby Myers, and then he ended up, the agent ended up going to choosing Jacksonville over Pittsburgh, which I would have as well. Trade for Mike. I don't think y'all recognize how trades work. Folks are just saying anything. I thought they was going to try to see if they could make a move for Waddle. I 100% thought they was going to try to see if they could make a move for Waddle. But I don't know if Miami was actively shopping there. They could have signed somebody else, maybe off of the practice squad or something. Right over the middle, there's Ladd McConkey. That's another first down. And now they're across the 40. And here come the Chargers moving the football. Yeah, folks is just saying anything now. Way too fucking easy. And Darius Slay is done for the remainder of the game. Is Jabril Peppers active? Jabril Peppers, or is he only going to be a Wow, look at a run right there from Davis. Oh yeah, chunk plays. Fucking chunk plays. Is he active right now? No, I think he's out. Yeah, he's not playing. Jabril is out. He's inactive. Oh boy, Darius Slay goes down. Insert James. Insert Pierre, and then now we're getting fucking eaten alive. We're 2 plays away from having. Oh, of course Joey Porter's down. I'm not remotely surprised. Of course Joey Porter's down. Here we go. What did I tell you guys? Every single motherfucking post game. What did I tell you guys? Every single post game. Steelers secondary. There's always gonna be a motherfucker who on the ground. Every single time. That's 2.
Then you sell it.
Oh boy. He knocked away. He done threw the helmet. All right, great. Yeah, keep the helmet on the ground, son. Put Jalen Ramsey in that corner. Figure somebody else out at safety, bro. This is lucrative. This the ludicrous, fam. Lucrative goddamn paid defense, and every single time they just go out there and absolutely get hurt week after week. Every single time. No durability whatsoever. So I hope he all right. Just like Slay, I hope he all right, but you got, oh boy, another hole. It's easy, bro. Just keep running the football. If I'm the Chargers, I'm just going to keep running the football. Why even throw the ball? Just keep running the football. There's no reason to throw the ball. You already up by 9. Yeah, offense didn't even show up to play. Like, they legit can't get a first down to save their life. Can't put together a motherfucking drive. You desperately need the defense to go and get turnovers in order for you to even appear to be a football team that's even, worthy of being on the field. There you go. Good tackle right there from Herbing. And I want to see Herbing on the field every single motherfucking drive, multiple goddamn plays. That's a player that's an impact player for the defense. You got to keep that motherfucker on the field. Stop limiting this motherfucker snaps, bro. What is it now? 3rd down? Oh, boy. Well, 3rd and 4. Oh, it's 3rd and manageable. I feel a little bit more comfortable knowing it's 3rd and manageable than seeing if it's 3rd and long. He's got time. Oh, yeah, get a hand on the football. There you go. Hell of a job. Way to go and bat that down. All right, 4th and 4. They might leave the – oh, no, if the offense is still on the field, now I'm going to be a little bit more concerned. If they keep the offense on the field, see if it's a 4th and short, then I'm concerned. If it's 4th and short, then I'm concerned. We were able to go and bat that football. And for Dicker, the kicker, this would be a 57, 50. Where are they at? They're at the 40, 44. This would be a 50, 57-yard field goal. No, they're at the 41. Yeah, 57, 58-yard field goal. Oh, all right, come on, son. You got to miss here. 59-yard field goal. Boswell made it from the same distance earlier. There's the kick. It is. He got it. He got it. 59-yard field goal. He got it. Dicker, the kicker, answering right back. Joe Doe San said, I think the Steelers tried to target Waddle, but he was supposed to go to Buffalo. But Miami wanted the 1st-round pick to be in 26. Buffalo offered 27. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's a hell of a fucking kick right there. That's a hell of a kick right there. But guess what? Pittsburgh has to score now. You're midway through the 3rd quarter. You have to score a touchdown now because you're completely flat. You're completely flat. That's a hell of a kick right there. $1 per 2 on said trade Pickens for Tomlin. Yeah, they need to score a touchdown right here because legitimately they're absolutely flat. Statistically, right now, this is what the Steelers have produced absolutely nothing. They have 104 yards of total offense. They've ran 29 plays. The Chargers have ran 47 plays. The Steelers have ran 29 plays. I just want to put that in perspective. The Steelers have 4 first down. The Chargers have 12. Let me repeat that again. The Steelers have 29 total plays. The Chargers have 47. The Steelers have 4 first downs. The Chargers have 12. Steelers have had the football for 16 minutes. The Chargers have had the football for 23. The Chargers have 179 yards of total offense. The Steelers have 104 yards of total offense. The offense isn't even on the field. They're 0 of 7 on 3rd down. We haven't converted a 3rd down. We haven't converted a 3rd down. 0 of 7 on 3rd down. We've been ass on 3rd down all year. Ass on 3rd down all year. This game is solely on the shoulders of the ineptitude of the offense. But also, I'd be remiss if I did not mention the dropped interceptions from Joey Porter, where literally this man is staring straight at the quarterback, looks the ball right into his hands, and unfortunately could not squeeze the motherfucking football. And then Kyle Duggar on the ricochet couldn't catch the pick. But it's atrocious. We have to score here. We have to score here. And it can't be the same fucking predictable run, pass type of play.
Gotcha, bitch.
The inert element is now following.
Jalen Warren's got 50 yards on the fucking ground. Maybe we can run on a 2nd down instead of always running on a 1st down. All right, the return takes it across the 30. Oh, Lord. Late flag comes in. This is probably going to be on Pittsburgh. Late flag comes in. Holding. Dudes is disappointing to say the least.
Gotcha, bitch.
Steamboat Seattle is now following.
I appreciate you. Yeah, they need help. They need help. All kinds of help. Somebody going to need to wake up. And truly, the offensive line has to decide, yeah, we're not going to let penetration get through no more. Get rid of the football. Rodgers got to throw it into the ground. Nobody's open. Clamps. Clamps. Offense through week 9, averaging 25 points per game. That's not accurate. You got to get some nuance to what's transpiring. How are you getting those points? That's not accurate. You got 24, 25 points per game, but based off of what? You got to show what the points without coming off of turnovers look like. Jaylen Warren's not going anywhere. There's nothing but charges around him. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. They've got nowhere to go with the football. You try to run on second down. The Chargers absolutely swarming, and now they about to unleash the hounds. They about to unleash the hounds. They about to unleash the hounds right now. 3rd and 8. Pittsburgh is 0 of 7 on 3rd down. Have they given me any faith to... Are we going to use another timeout? The Chargers call timeout. All right, the Chargers call timeout. Mangoer giving out 50 gifts, holding it down for the community. As Dr. Umar would say, he's giving out
donations, 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 gifts, 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 more gifts. More gifts.
3rd and 8. Here we go. Rodgers got to get rid of the football, overthrows his man, or his man falls down. They're not going to have a flag. Oh, yeah. Rodgers wants a flag. They're not going to get it. He was looking for DK Metcalf. It looked like somebody went down. He was trying to see if he could get a flag here. DK Metcalf in double coverage. Makes a man miss. Oh yeah, that's a flag. Yeah, that's a flag. That should have been a flag for illegal contact. That should have been a flag for illegal contact. Oh yeah. That should have been a flag for illegal contact. That's just a miss by the referees. That should have been a flag for illegal contact. The officials missed one there. That should have been a flag for illegal contact. Derwin James 100%. 100% made contact with DK Metcalf. That should have been a flag. The referees missed one right there. Derwin James made illegal contact with DK Metcalf. They completely missed that one. That should have been a flag. But overall, you can't put yourself in that position, period. Oh, yeah. You can't put yourself in that position, period. Like, you ask the defense to go out there and play football. The defense is playing football, bro. They can't even get a chance to go out there and fucking breathe because yo ass can't go and produce anything on offense. Oh, yeah. Offense has to go out there and produce, period. Let me give you guys statistically what the offense has done thus far in this game. Rodgers is 8 of 17, 66 yards, and an interception, in which he threw it straight to the Chargers. Jaylen Warren, 10 carries, 50 yards. That's the only bright spot that we have on the offense thus far. DK Metcalf, 1 catch, 19 yards. Darnell Washington, 1 catch, 15 yards. Pratt Freiermuth, 1 catch, 9 yards. Calvin Austin, 1 catch, 8 yards. Roman Wilson, 1 catch, 8 yards. Jaylen Warren, Jaylen Warren, 2 catches, 5 yards. Kenneth Gainwell, 1 catch, 2 yards. We're doing absolutely nothing with the football on offense. Meanwhile, defensively, we have 7 QB hits now. We would have been on pace for double digits, but guess what? We're losing by 12. So here's what I can tell you right now. Chargers score a touchdown here, this game's over. They make it a 3-possession game, this game is over. Like if you're Los Angeles, just continue to go and produce points. What are they leading by 12? Field goal makes it a 15-point game. It's still 2 possessions. But this is incredibly comfortable location right now for the Chargers, and they're going to get this football at a decent field position. This should have been a flag.
Oh, yeah.
DK's overrated. How is DK overrated? Where do they rate DK? Nobody rates DK amongst the best receivers in the league. DK's right at slightly above average. He's not overrated by any estimation. If somebody came to you and talked about top 5 receivers in the league and somebody said DK Metcalf, they don't know football. Nobody is rating DK Metcalf over where he's being rated. Y'all got to remember what overrated is, what that means.
Oh, yeah.
Chargers score a touchdown. Necro challenge will ensure. Well, great play if he could break that tackle, but he can't. Good tackle right there from Duggar. Way to make a play. Now it's a 3rd down. You got to get off the field here. Oh, fuck. What's the down to distance? If it's like a 3rd and 5, I'll feel more comfortable. If it's a 3rd and 7 or a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 6, it's too close to being a 3rd and long. I am concerned. 3rd and 6. He's going to run. That's a huge first down for Jay Herbo. He's going to run. That's a first down. I told you guys, 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6, 3rd and long and longer. Every single time you see the fucking Steelers fail to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
I am not remotely surprised. This may be new to people who don't watch Steeler games. This ain't new to me.
Oh, yeah.
Too easy. Yup, barbecue chicken alert. Now they're already across the 45. All they got to do is just get 10 more yards, and it's a field goal range there for Dicker the kicker. And we just saw Dicker the kicker make a field goal from 59. The hold is going to back them up. You cannot let them get past the 45-yard line. You got to hold them before the 45-yard line, force a punt. But then the issue again is you start field positioning inside your own 10.
Restore my community.
Cartman 2K5 just gifted 5 subs.
Giving out gifts. I appreciate you. John Luke said you knew all week the Steelers were going to fumble this game. Yeah, what did I say last week? I said I would not be surprised if they step up to the challenge and take down the Colts, because that's classic Steelers. You got a game where nobody believes you'll mess around and win, you'll be able to pull off a W. But a game that most people believe you'll win, that's when you go out there and lose. That's the type of football team they've been. There's the dump. Got to make a tackle. You got to make a tackle right here. All right, you're going to stop them, set up a 2nd and long, but you got to get 2 stops here. You got to prevent them from fucking getting past the 45-yard line. Gabriel Pateno on it said, watching and suffering from Brazil, seeing a Steelers game is so stressful. You might not sleep tonight. It's better to laugh than to cry. God bless you, mate. I appreciate you. All right, 2nd and 13 here from the 48.5-yard line. 48.5-yard line. Somebody got to get in the backfield. TJ, this is your time. TJ, this is your time. He done fell down. Oh, they're going to throw a flag for a horse collar. They're going to throw a flag for a horse collar. They're going to throw a flag for a horse. Wow, they didn't throw a flag for a horse collar. Wow, they didn't throw a flag for a horse collar is crazy. They didn't throw a flag for a horse collar is crazy. Hey. There's no flag for a horse collar in the front? So how is it a horse collar only in the back, but there's no horse collar in the front? All right. There's no horse collar for the front, but there's a horse collar for the back. It don't even fucking matter. He was able to make the stop, but now they're in field goal range. That's a win for the Chargers. They're probably going to mess around and go for it. I told you guys, 3rd and long, I can't trust the Pittsburgh defense. 3rd and long, I can't trust the Pittsburgh defense. And now they're going to stay on the offense. They're going to keep the offense on the field on 4th down. Because why kick you could kick the super long field goal if you want. You got to hope for a miss now. Boswell missed one. You got to hope that Dicker can miss one here. They're able to go and make this, what, about 56-yard field goal? It's about a 55-yard field goal. You got to hope for a miss.
Oh, yeah.
Doinked it. He fucking doinked it. All right, you got to hope for a miss. He fucking doinked it. You got to take advantage now. You got to take advantage now. Boswell missed one. Now Dicker missed one, and he doinked it off the upright. He doinked it. He turned into Cody Parkey. He doinks it off the upright, and now Pittsburgh has an opportunity, but you have to take advantage. This isn't a turnover, but it is a it is a miscue. So you got to take advantage here. Boswell missed one. Now you had a one miss there from Dicker. Good God, Danny Smith eating. Yo, this dude, how much gum does one eat during the fucking game, bro? It's like half is fake. He look like Popeye. Just, golly. Yeah, he doinked it off the upright hit, so now somebody got to take advantage. And by somebody, it's Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
You got to take advantage. Yeah, that's Dicker the kicker. Doinked it way off the upright, so now Pittsburgh with a short field, you're going to start this drive at midfield. You got to take advantage. You have to take advantage. Yeah, they got mics near the uprights. So damn near every time that somebody doinks now, it's loud as hell. It's loud as hell. He chooses at least 40 plus. Golly. Oh, they got the hype train starting over on Twitch. Shout out to the people over on Twitch, man, holding it down for the community.
Oh, yeah.
Is their last chance? Indeed. They gotta go out there and legitimately score a touchdown here. Because how much longer are you going to have your deep? Because there's the Steelers' drives. This is legitimately the Steelers' drives today because they haven't converted on a 3rd down. This is all the Steelers' drive. 3 and out. 3 and out and a field goal because they got the football at a short field, right? So 3 and out and a field goal. 3 and out and a safety. Then they was able to go and finally pick up a 1st down. They went down the field and missed the field goal. 3 and out. 2 plays and an interception. 3 and out, they go to the half. 4 and out. They got a 4 and out after a Jalen Warren 1st down. 3 and out. These motherfuckers got 4 first downs. 4 first downs.
Gotcha, bitch.
Every single drive. There's the time duration.
Score 504 is now following.
This is the time duration. 1 minute and a half. 1 minute and a half and 39 seconds. 1 minute and a half and 38 seconds. Well, pardon me. 1 minute, 30 seconds. 1 minute, 39 seconds. 1 minute, 38 seconds. 5-minute drive, missed field goal. 1 minute, 43 seconds. 53 seconds. 12 seconds. 3 minutes, but then a punt. 1 minute and a punt. You're averaging a minute 45 seconds per drive because you can't pick up first downs. Frank put to us that Steelers copying Denver's gameplay. But the difference is for Denver's defense has been incredibly explosive. And furthermore, you guys are sacking quarterbacks at a rate that hasn't been seen since the 2000 Buccaneers. So Pittsburgh starts on a short field from the 45-yard line. There's a toss over to Jalen Warren. He's got a hole. That's enough for a 1st down. All right, now you're inside Charger territory. You're in Charger territory, but you need a touchdown. Don't let this go to the fucking 4th quarter. I got to move with a sense of urgency. Run a play. Run a play. Don't let this shit go to the 4th quarter. Run a play. Run a play. Run a play before the end of the motherfucking half. You don't have the benefit of just letting the clock run down. Run a play here. Run a play here. Aaron looking over the middle. He's got Pat Fryer move. That's going to be enough for a gain of 8, and then you could go and take the walk down the field. Now we're going to the 4th. Is it Aaron or is it the play calling? Both. Both. Matt said, what was my thing when I played football? Was I a spitter? Spitter. Gum chewer, mouthpiece chewer. I wore my mouthpiece, and then I played the game. Spitter. What does that even mean? Like, you put the pause there, but what does that even mean? Somebody just go out there and just be spitting on the ground. You put the preemptive pause over there, so I ain't gonna flashlight you, but that's a little yo. I ain't gonna hold you. Steelers should have got a true number 2. They should have signed somebody. They should have signed somebody. They should have signed somebody. MVS is not somebody who's gonna go out there and got me confused with a baseball player. Maybe, because you're playing football, you ain't got time to do all that. Like, if you're playing quarterback, you could go out there, you could chew gum or whatever the case is. You at wide receiver, you don't got no time. You ain't got time for all that shit. You in the secondary, you ain't got time for all that shit. You at linebacker, you ain't got time for all that shit. You got your mouthpiece in, you reading the goddamn offense, or when I was playing wide receiver or whatever the case is, I'm reading the defense, going out there, getting my assignment, knowing my alignment, making sure I'm fulfilling my responsibility. I ain't got time for all that stuff.
Collab play is now following.
You knew a dude who spit on his hands before he played D-line? Well, if you're playing D-line, it's kind of stupid to go and spit on your head because it really doesn't come into play unless you have gloves that have absolutely no traction to where you're slipping every single time of you trying to throw somebody. But then it's grip the jersey, try to move somebody, then I guess I can understand. And when I was playing, if you had what was the brand? Cutters, those gloves were fucking terrible. So you would have to spit on the fucking gloves in order to at least get a bit of traction that was there. Those were terrible. Nike gloves were good. You had a bit of traction there, but the Cutters gloves, them shits was fucking terrible. That's for a D lineman. So I remember, shout out to Big Tim. He notoriously would be spitting on his fucking hands and going and playing D-line. So that was depending on the gloves. If he had Cutters gloves, then that makes sense because Cutters gloves were terrible. Cutters gloves were terrible. Oh, he didn't wear gloves. See, that's crazy. You don't wear gloves and you just out here spitting on your hands, bro. Go buy some gloves, bro. That's disgusting. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. But nonetheless, you know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at the final period of this game. The final 15, and indeed the final countdown, where the Pittsburgh Steelers, trailing 15-3, who've done, as Jim Mora would say, diddly poo offensively through 45 minutes, desperately needing a W here this evening, trying to take their receipt to the sperm bank and get their comeback, taking on a Los Angeles Charger team, which has been incredibly disciplined this evening, making sure the Steelers have not found the end zone. Can Pittsburgh pull off a fourth quarter victory and pull off a miracle after seeing the offense play absolute dog water? Or will the Chargers take the dead Namekian to the funeral home and put the nail in the coffin? Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to the fourth What up? It is the fourth quarter. Jaylen Warren with a huge first down. He has been the entire Steelers offense today. It's just been 30. It has legitimately just been 30 all day today. It has just been 30 all day today. Oh, shit, I never uploaded this shit on Facebook and Twitter. Let me upload on Twitter, or X, if you will. Week 10, and yeah, there we go. I didn't even upload it elsewhere. But, okay, so they got to find the end zone here. Oh, wow. Aaron got to throw it into the goddamn ground. What the fuck was that? Broderick Jones didn't even attempt to block. What was that? What the hell was that? They was already in the backfield immediately. What the hell was that? Bro, what? Yo, Broderick just got sent. Well, did they change the play? Oh, they must have changed the play. Yeah, they must have changed the play because Broderick was getting fucking pushed back. This man was looking back. That's all on Aaron. That's on Aaron. I'll take that back from Broderick Jones. That's from Aaron. 3rd and 6. Oh, my God. Here comes the pressure. He overthrows his dude. Yeah, he completely overthrew his dude. You got to throw a better ball, Aaron. And he got fucking blasted. Now what do you want to do? 4th down, you got to go for it. You're losing by 12 here. Can't kick a field goal. Field goal doesn't help you. You got to go for it. There's no decision. It's 4-down territory regardless. I don't know why he fucking threw the ball that damn hard, bro. Overthrew his man how many different times? You got to keep that ball low so your man can try to make a play on the damn, catch the ball and try to make somebody miss. He's overthrowing. That's solely on Rodgers. You got to make that pass. You got to make that pass. Freiermuth is on the field. Watch for Freiermuth over the middle here. Watch for Freiermuth over the middle here. Oh, my God. He's trying to throw a goddamn jump ball. You're not going to get the flag. You're not going to get the flag. He tried to go fucking back shoulder to goddamn DK. That's a bad pass. What the fuck was that play call? Why would you go there? Try to get the ball. You need... Get the 1st down, bro. Y'all doing? That's a hell of a fucking play by Hart. Hart got his hand out, but y'all keep doing this shit. It's dumb as hell, bro. Play for the sticks. Bad play call. Pittsburgh for the last 15 years. Matter of fact, since Bruce Arians has left Pittsburgh, our red zone offense is god awful, bro. God awful. But Aaron Rodgers, that's on him. That's on him. The last 3 plays, all on him, bro. All on him. Where's my you done messed up AA Ron. You done messed up AA Ron.
You done messed up, AA Ron. You done messed up, AA Ron. You done messed up, AA Ron. You done messed up, AA Ron. You done messed up, AA Ron. You done messed up, AA Ron.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You change the play at the line on 2nd down. That don't work. You overthrow Gainwell for what seemingly that makes no sense for you to rifle the foot. Like, granted, the protection broke down, but you didn't need to rifle it over his head like that. You could have put it in a situation where he could have at least had an opportunity to go and make the play on the ball. Because let's just say if Gainwell even caught it, you're leaping in the air going to the ground. You can't advance. You get maybe 1-2 yards at best out of that. And then you launch the ball to the fucking end zone, trying to go and get DK Metcalf on a one-on-one situation. I wouldn't mind if they went for that if it was a 1st, 2nd, or 3rd down. You need a 1st down here. Get to the sticks, bro. Dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. Dragonfire said, I love your content, but at the same time, I'm your enemy. You're a Ravens fan. Hey, man, it's all love. It's the highs and lows of the NFLC. Hard to believe that Aaron Rodgers and Alex Smith were in the same draft class. Indeed. It's so funny. The Niners passed on both Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Willfully. All right. Steelers defense essentially has to get a stop or generate a turnover. That's really the only way this is going to work. You got to make it. Oh, my God. He got fucking stiff-armed. Of course he did. Of course he did. Well, that's all I needed to see. Christian put 5 points to Aaron Rodgers. What happened to my hands? Indeed. That's all I needed to see. Pierre's been getting cooked. He had that one tackle, and that was the only highlight he made all day. Look at the sticks here. Look at the sticks here. Look at the route selection, right? Freiermuth going over the middle. That's the person to throw the ball to. I literally said that before he threw the ball. I said, yo, where's Freiermuth? Go over the middle. Find Freiermuth. Perhaps in Rodgers' minds, he thinks DK is a little bit better than he actually is, bro. Maybe in his mind, he thinks DK Metcalf is a little bit better than he actually is because he's not Devontae Adams. He's not going to make those plays. I believe in DK as much as other men, but DK's not. He's not that superstar kind of guy. And all the Chargers have to do here is just eat up clock. They passed on Mac Jones and Trey Lance. I'd be bringing up irrelevant individuals. Them motherfuckers ain't on the same level. Talking about Aaron Rodgers. Bring up Mac Jones and Trey Lance in the conversation. What are we doing? 2nd and 6. All you got to do here is just get completions, keep it clean. Herbert going to throw down the field, over, incomplete. At least that stops the clock. At least that stops the clock. Deontay said we are trash. Offense is horrible. Indeed. Absolutely terrible. And that's why I said in the trade deadline, we should have made a move to go and get another receiver or at least sign somebody. Like, how is it that we're going to put out the same product on, oh, wow, Lad McConkey with the catch and run. That's it. He's gone. He's gone. Jalen Ramsey has an opportunity. He got to make a tackle. Jalen Ramsey's able to go and take him down. In fact, I would have rather if he scored, to be honest with you, because now they have even more of an opportunity to go and burn clock. Hell of an effort there by Jalen Ramsey. But, of course, once again, Steelers defense failed. Who was that in coverage? Was it Eccles? Was it Eccles? Oh, boy. Is that Eccles in coverage? Yep. Oh, man, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm not remotely surprised. Hey, wait, and now go Chargers, go. And now go Chargers, go.
And now go Chargers, go. And now go Chargers, go. And now go Chargers, go. And now go Chargers, go.
That's hilarious. You knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. It was only a matter of time before the offense goes forth and just puts together a drive, because how can you not? How can you not? The defense is going to be tired and worn down. Look at the differentiation in the plays. That still, it's a 19 play differentiation between the Steelers and the Chargers. The Steelers defense has been on the field now for what? 50, they're about to be 60 plays right now. Just score now. There it is, touchdown. There it is, 3-possession game right now. At least leave a little bit of time on the clock, but then who really cares if the offense can't do anything? Amazing. Took them. I would much rather lose a game if we lose in a blowout emphatically than to have something and try to give me hope, fam. These dudes ain't out here to play no football, and this is all on the offense, because you know it's only a matter of time before the defense breaks. Literally, the defense has done everything this game. I can't ask. Bench Rodgers is great. For who? Mason Rudolph? Like, what are we doing? Done played like ass. Everybody can have a bad game or two. But who's the alternative? You don't have one. You're going to have to ride out with Rodgers for the rest of the season. But we got Styler Thompson, who got stabbed. Mason Rudolph. Like, what are we doing? Like, at that point, no. No. You ride out with what you got. You just need to play better, period. Skibbity Beach, Bree, Pateno said offense is stale. DK hype is dying. We only pass to him. Run game can't bail out Aaron Rodgers. It only gets worse. Do we clean house? Somebody please help you understand. It's the same situation every year. It's not something that's different. This isn't new. This isn't new. It's the same thing. Now, we have a little bit under 10 minutes left to go here, but now you're up against the clock. And again, like I said prior to the last drive, you're in a scenario where ultimately, what's the situation? You have one drive for 5 minutes. You have one drive for 3 minutes. Every other drive is less than 2 minutes. You have, what do you have now? 6 first downs? 6 first downs? 7, pardon. You're still 0 of 9 on third down. The moment that the Steelers see third down, it's incomplete. Immediately, it's incomplete. They're not going to move the chains, right? So it's 4-down territory through and through. Do they still have a chance if the offense were to score fast? Maybe. But have they given you any reason to believe that was the case? No. Deuce Flacco put 10 on it, said the Rams put up 42 against the Whiners. What is going on? The Rams is a legitimate football team. And the 49ers have won, lost for like, what, the last 7 weeks? It's on, off, on, off, on, off. And I already said for the 49ers, they're going to fall apart because you lost, keep Nick Bosa gone, Fred Warner gone. These guys, those are your anchors on defense. You can get away with week by week. You'll have some moments in which, you know, maybe the defense looks good. Maybe you beat a particular team. But when it comes down to it, those guys being gone, that's it. That's it. You'll survive maybe the regular season, but there's no real postseason. Like, you know what? It's a wash. It's a wash. The amount of locations where you would need guys to step up for all pros, guys who are bests in the league, you know it's a wash. So the Rams is divisional football, but the Rams are legit. They are legit. Like in the NFC, the Rams are legit Super Bowl contenders in that conference. Just like Detroit, just like Philly, they right there. And they are going to be a problem. They stay healthy. The biggest mistake the league happened, you should have never let Devontae Adams end up over there. That was a mistake. You swapped out Cooper Kupp. He left, went to Seattle. Devontae Adams walking. Devontae and Puka. Kyrie Williams continuing to go and score touchdowns. Stafford playing like MVP level. And the defense is still doing what they need to do. Hey, the Rams legit. Sargent put 10 on it. So Kenneth Gainwell, decent return, but this man can't keep his footing. That this team is the definition of complete dog ass. There's no passion, no vision, no aggression. There's no fucking mindset in this football club, indeed. Edward put 2 on, said, what are the Steelers doing with Will Howard? He is on the bench. Is the Patriots a Super Bowl contender? They're playing magnificent football. They're playing magnificent football. So at this point, I would say, yeah. Should have got Kupp. I mean, what would Kupp do? I actually think he would have worked with the Steelers offense, to be honest with you. I think he's way better than Roman Wilson. There's DK Metcalf. There's a catch, but they got to hurry up back to the line. They got to move. Dark Star put 2 on, said, Chargers fan here. We are bullying the bullies. Who said the Steelers are the bullies? Steelers haven't been bullies in years. Steelers haven't been bullies in years. We are no bullies. If we're bullies, we appear to look like Riley Freeman, but we ain't that team no more. You're probably going to see the people getting in sports media like, man, when did we start getting dog walk like this, man? Since when was that a case? No, it's been the case. It's been the case for the last 8 years. Yeah, stay tuned for the rant. I'll have that right after the game is done. Faster the game get done, the more sleep I can get. So at least that's a positive because it's been a long day. They used to bully us and hurt my team. Yeah, that used to be the case, but that was some time ago. Do I think Rodgers is washed? Like trash? No. But he's not the MVP guy. Just like last year, Rodgers was all right. He wasn't terrible, but he just wasn't great. You got to remember what standard you hold these people to. I just need Rodgers to be better than what we had with Russell Wilson and what we had with Justin Fields, what we had with Kenny Pickett, what we had with Mason Rudolph, what we had with Duck Hodges, what we had with Mitch Trubisky. Rodgers is better than all of that. Calvin Austin, no hands, pass ricocheted right into the arms of the Los Angeles Chargers. That's a pick. Calvin Austin, hands just for decoration. Remember what I told you guys? Calvin's a 3. He's not a 2. Man's got no fucking hands, right through his motherfucking hands, and that's an interception. Oh, by the way, Steelers defense, you see that? That's how you catch a football off of a ricochet. Somebody go to get Kyle Duggar on the phone. Somebody go, matter of fact, don't even get him on the phone. They on the field. Kyle Duggar, take a look at that. Take a look at that. Joey Porter Jr., take a look at that. That's how you catch an interception. Because we can't catch picks to save our lives. This man went to go catch the football like this. He legitimately had alligator arms. Can't win football games like that. Back them boys up. Frank for 5 wants an honest opinion. If Denver win in a low-score game versus the Chiefs like a recent game, will people continue to talk down on Denver's offense? 100%. Because you're specifically saying it's towards the offense. If the offense don't go and produce, it's a defense that's bailing you out. There's going to come a point in which your offense has to bail you out. Like, it's very seldom do you have a situation where a defense goes and leads you all the way. Has it been done? Yes, but it's not commonplace. Like, that's where a lot of times people will look at the anomalies and then all of a sudden just think that's the norm. Oh, but I know a team that was able to go and win without one half side of the ball. Great. You know one. Football's been around for over 100 years. There's been 59 Super Bowls. How many of those Super Bowl winning teams have had absolute garbage on one side and elite on the other? Very few. It's like when you say, man, you shouldn't smoke, and you have somebody who's like, man, I have an uncle who's in their 90s. They smoke every single day. Great. What about the ones who are in their 90s, or I should say should have made it to their 90s, but they smoked every day? You don't get a chance to see them because they're all dead. The exception never makes the rule. And oftentimes whenever people are arguing, championship, teams or whatever the case is, they always want to utilize the exception in an effort to try to go and make the rule. There's been 59 Super Bowl champions. Baltimore in 2000. Denver in 2015. Tampa's offense in 2002 was decent. It wasn't amazing. It was decent. You got to talk about somebody who's absolute ass. Harry Harlett put 5 on, said Chargers blowing the Chargers out stronger than I did to you. Chargers blowing the Chargers out stronger than I did to you. I don't know what that means, but okay. So it's not anything that's surprising. Embarrassing outing here for the Steelers. Now the Chargers just got to play a little bit of Marty ball here. Wyatt Man said your diehard Steeler fans is the least interested you have been possibly ever. We don't care with Mike Tomlin being there. Nothing will change. Correct? And I said that coming into the season. It's like, man, how do you feel, CA? Y'all got Rodgers. I look forward to seeing what stuff look like on the field. And what did I tell you at the start of the stream? Like, this isn't anything that's foreign. It's literally something. I said this live. You can go back and rewind it. Like, if you're watching on YouTube, just go to that cursor at the bottom, or I should say take your cursor, your mouse, go click and go to the beginning. In the first 10 minutes, I'll tell you how this game was going to go. One bad dog, Pateno, said, speaking of overrated QBs on a team that ain't worth nothing for 8 years, what do I think of bringing Shador to Carolina? He's got to be better than what you got. Bryce Young is hot and cold, so you don't know what you're really getting with him. But then I'm 100% certain that Shador is going to end up on the field with Cleveland, so you'll have an opportunity to put something on tape. Oh, wow. TJ's a half sack away from his brother. What do you know? Quarterback sacking family they got over here. Yay. TJ Watt sacks. Woohoo. Yay. Now, when you're saying mid offenses, you got to also you got to identify what we're talking about. We're not talking about just average. I'm talking about trash. Not talking about trash. Giants offense in 2007 wasn't trash. They were average. This motherfucker muffed the punt. Hilarious. Hilarious. Was that Calvin Austin again? Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is exactly what they need. They need to get their ass whipped like this. That's beautiful. They need to get their ass whipped like this. They need to get their ass whipped like this. I hope the Chargers score again. I wish this was a shutout. I really wish this was a shutout. They need to get their ass whipped again. They need to get their ass whipped. This is the type of stuff that you need that forces change. This is the type of stuff that you need that forces change. Dudes is dumbasses, bro. You got to be a special kind of dumbass to even go and try to attempt on that football, bro. These dudes is dumb as hell. These dudes is dumb as hell. Score on them. Score on them. Run the score all the way up. I want them to be so depressed at the end of the game, nobody speaks for over a week. You don't get to talk at all. This is the type of stuff where you need to get a kick in the ass. You have to get a kick in the ass. I want to see dudes angry. Dudes just going through the motion. Man. They got the ball. Man. Pathetic. They're pathetic. You got to get your ass whipped. You got to get your ass whipped. This is the type of loss that you need. Go in there and get absolutely destroyed. That's what you want to see. Beat their ass. Tell them, Arnold.
And now go Chargers, go. And now go Chargers, go. And now go Chargers, go.
Defense was doing, you have 2 picks, you drop. For the most part, you have 1 drive that you actually legitimately gave up. 1 drive. Offense can't produce whatsoever. Oh, it's 11:13 already? Hey, it's time to run this clock out, fam. They're already a field goal race. How much they winning by? 19. Score a touchdown. Make it a 4-possession game. 3rd and 15. Watch how much yards you get. They just going to kick a field goal here. Oh, wow. And Pittsburgh only has 1 timeout left. Hilarious. It's so funny how every single member of the fucking Harbaugh family has the same. They all have their father's face. Even the wife, to a degree, got the same. They got the same face. They all got the same fucking face. They all got like damn near the same face. These dudes is talking about Pee Wee football during a primetime game. You want to know why? Because the Steelers his ass. Get created in the lab? Shit, might as well. There's a fit. Why? He missed it again? No, he curved it in. He is able to curve it in. Dicker, the kicker, was able to get that to curve in there. There's a field goal, 25-3. Go ahead and turn the football over again. Why not? It's too easy. I remember after the national championship, I said I would not mind if fucking we got Jim Harbaugh, bro. Let Tomlin go and get Jim Harbaugh. But nope, the Steeler way, we got 3 coaches since 1969. Bit of stability that's there, but there comes a point where you got to recognize, hey, man, the writing's on the wall. It's like the 80s Steelers after, like, you had the tail end of everybody. By the time you made it to 84, when they lost in the AFC Championship, after that, it was just mediocrity of those teams. You get to the 90s, in come Bill Cowher. You got competitive teams in the 90s, but they just could not finish the job. 94 AFC Championship, you get fucking upset by the Chargers at home. 95, you go to the Super Bowl. Neil O'Donnell throws the ball straight to Larry Brown on 2 different occasions. You lose. 97, you lose the AFC Championship at home again against Denver. They end up going to the Super Bowl and they win. 2001, you lose and allow Troy Brown to absolutely eat up your goddamn team. 2004, Spygate, Patriots was cheating. And then 2005, you finally get the job done. But you had competitive football teams. Failures late in the season, but competitive football team. Post 2014, and there was some of those injury situations that happened during the 2010s, but once 2017 was complete, it has been the same story every single year. Once 2000, matter of fact, I don't think we've had, well, with that one season, with that one season in, I pressed, what did I press? Yeah, with that one season in 2020, I don't think we had any other seasons where we eclipsed more than 11 wins.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, that was
Smileface
amazing.
is now following.
Oh, wow. Tonight is essentially the second worst game of Rodgers' career. What a perfect time to have it, huh? What a perfect time to have it. Yeah, there we go. The 85, 7-9, 6-10, 8-7, 5-11, and 7-9, 7-9. And then look at the Steelers. Look at the Steelers' records: 10-7, 10-7, 9-8, 9-7-1, 12-4. But you lost the last 5 games. 8-8, 8-9, 9-6-1. It's all the same. You're just hovering at 500. You're just hovering at 500. You can't get yourself far over 500. You 1 or 2 games over 500 every year, with the exception of one. Is AB the blame for the downfall of the No, it's not AB. It's not AB. Are the Pack Super Bowl contenders? They were. I think they right now it's kind of looking a little pretenderish.
Fab_Thunderbird
We'll see tomorrow.
1 is now following.
We'll see tomorrow. There's Fryer move. Oh, he ran somebody over. Yeah, put your shoulder on somebody, run somebody over. How did we beat y'all last week? Oh, all them takeaways. And might I add, this right here continues to go and put a spotlight on the lack of offensive firepower and inability to put points on the board. Last week, remember what they said last week? Oh, you get 6 takeaways, you only win by 7. A lot of the points that the Colts scored was, I don't believe in the terminology, garbage time. Fourth quarter of the game, you were up by 3 possessions. The Colts is just, all right, yo, we're going to fire, we're going to fire, we're going to fire, we're going to fire, we're going to fire. But bulk share of the yardage came all in the fourth quarter in their attempt to try to go and make a comeback. They ran out of time. They didn't have enough time. Steelers got the W over there. But outside of the takeaways, this is a terrible defense. And I explained it earlier in the game, dating back to 2017. The takeaways is what gives the mystique of the Steelers defense to be there. But when they don't get takeaways, they get exposed. Even in the games in which they get takeaways, all they do is bend. Then you'll catch yourself a break. You'll have a splash play. It's the same thing every single time. And now for the second consecutive year, this time around is just a little bit earlier. Second consecutive year, you had a multiple game lead in the division, and what happened? You lose games, and then here come the Ravens. It's the same thing that happened. Like, people who don't watch, who don't keep up with what's happening week by week, you'll just look at it at the end of the year like, oh, man, this must have been the case. This team must have been good all year. This team must have been... No, it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Every single season, Pittsburgh's lost multiple games in a row. Maybe they lost 3 or 4 in a month span. Maybe they've lost 5 of 7 in a month. They lose in like bursts.
Gotcha, bitch.
And close to each other.
Fly Pony as
The
is
same
now
way every
following.
time. It's not something that I haven't seen before. Upside for the Steelers, you get the Bengals at home with no Burrow. They literally just beat us 2 weeks ago with no Burrow. They literally just beat us 2 weeks ago with no Burrow. in prime time. Joe Flacco went the fuck off. Jamar Chase had 16 catches. 16 catches for 100 and what was it, 70-some yards and the TD. There is no scenario where you could roll out. Remember when the Browns went 0-17? Flacco hurt. It don't matter who's playing. It could be Browning. Browning beat us before too. Remember when the Browns went 0-17? 0-16, sorry. Last game of the season, who did they play? Pittsburgh. You know they almost won, right? Unless you're a Steeler fan, you probably don't remember the game. It went down to the wire. It came down to a clutch play to win the game. So for those who've seen the game, who've been watching the Steeler games, this isn't new. If you're not a fan of the Steelers, which most of you aren't, then you're probably wondering, oh man, what's going on? Oh, that's crazy. How they look this ass? This is nothing new. Watch, Roman Wilson better not celebrate. He better not celebrate. Your ass on the sideline. Steelers ownership is cheap. They think it's still a defensive league. It could still be a defensive league if you actually know how to put the defense together, but it's still bend, don't break. And then furthermore, the fact that you don't have a complementary offense. Marco Patuna says, should have never let George Pickens and Najee go. Najee tore his Achilles. His season's done. George was a problem in the locker room, or I should say his attitude was an issue. How many times have we seen it with the Pittsburgh Steelers where you have a receiver who has an attitude? It's not to say that you can't play. They didn't trade him because he didn't have the ability. They traded him because when they're losing games, and mind you, I understood why George was frustrated because here you are with Kenny Pickett. You have ability to be a number one receiver in the league, and you see him producing incredibly well when you have a quarterback that can throw the football. However, the issue is when things go wrong and things aren't going your way, you can't trust that he's going to be there. Because for those who don't watch Steeler games, there were numerous different times where George just did not fucking block on when you're running the football. It's a pass play. He's out there giddy and excited. It's a run play. You pouting on the field. Remember the game? Pittsburgh was winning by like 2 scores. Antonio Brown angry because he ain't getting the football. Motherfucker had like 7 catches for like 70-some yards that game. He angry because he not getting the football. Not the one against Baltimore when he threw the Gatorade bucket, because I think he had like 5 catches that game for like 40, 50-some yards or something. But when you have somebody like that on the team, you got to get him out of here because you're going to enable that behavior. Deontay Johnson Deontay Johnson probably had that attitude roll off on Pickens to a degree because that season, you could see it. Them dudes just did not have the effort when they weren't getting the football. So you got to get that type of behavior out the locker room. But the issue is, it's got to the point where it really don't even matter. Yeah, there's an element of selfishness. Not to say, oh, well, that's his character through and through. But once shit goes left, that's what you've seen. And it happened time and time again. No, not the same with Juju. Juju actually was a team player. All that fucking Corvette TikTok shit, yes, that was an issue. But when it came time to go and play, Juju was always, that's why I had no issue with Juju. Off the field, stop the TikTok shit, of course. But on the field, Juju was always blocking. Juju was catching. He was producing. I never had an issue with Juju. Juju did not give that problem. He did not give that problem. Pickens ain't doing that in Dallas. You're ready. Bro, it's just wait. Just wait. Remember, they were winning at home. They were averaging 40, and he's also getting his yardage. They're losing games, though. Just wait. Just wait. Because you got to remember what Pittsburgh had. Like, we had the greatest blocking receiver of all time. And yes, Larry Fitzgerald is another guy who probably messed around and took the reins. But Hines Ward, you talk about selfless. You had selfless guys who were playing there, and no longer do you have it. It was Claypool, Johnson, Pickens. And wait, is that 1,000 receptions there for Keenan Allen? Is that 1,000 receptions for Keenan Allen? I think that's 1,000. Oh, no, he just passed Antonio Gates. Wow. Hey, Pittsburgh, I hope you're happy about that. I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they did that too. They literally brought this. They gave you son a charity case reception. Son got a charity case reception. They brought son out just to get a charity case reception. That's the same thing that was it Atlanta when Mike Evans was able to get to the 1,000 yards last year. They gave son a charity case reception, and they did it against your team. You the homecoming. You the homecoming, Pittsburgh. I want you to know that. You the homecoming. Y'all know when you are playing in high school and you choose your homecoming opponent, it be the worst team that you know you can mess around and win? Congratulations. Y'all the homecoming. Stay tuned. The reaction coming soon. Commentaries live everywhere, right? Did it go live on YouTube? It better have. I'm gonna be sick if it didn't, because that'd be crazy. Yeah, it's live. All right. Yeah, it's live. Beautiful. Yes, Lenny Wilkens did pass away. Lenny Wilkens did pass away. Getting rid of Pickens was a good move. Steeler fans are just stupid. He wasn't even that productive. He'd catch a few passes a couple of times per year, and the rest of the season was man. Well, but you have to also look at it contextually. Kenny Pickett was our quarterback. Mitch Trubisky was our quarterback. Russell Wilson was finally starting to air shit out, and then all of a sudden, this man said, oh, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be trash, and he stopped playing fucking football. Like, this dude was airing the fucking football out all of a sudden, and it's not even just the play call stop. Like, he completely looked like somebody sapped his ability to play football. The game against the Jets, he was playing like ass, and then he finally remembered how to play football in the second half, and then for a couple of games after that, you saw him actually air it out. He was throwing some moon balls. He was actually reading the defense, and then all of a sudden, the game against the Browns, it's like we made it the third quarter. If you go back, like for Steeler fans, you'll know what I'm talking about. You get to the third quarter against the Browns on I think it was Thursday night in the snow. This motherfucker just, wait a minute, I'm washed, and just stop playing football for the rest of the year. It was like a sudden, where did this come from? He just stopped playing football. First down, game done. Just stop playing football. It was wild. The fuck? What's going on? Legit, it made no sense. It made no sense. But Pickens didn't have a quarterback that was getting son the football like that. And offensively, we weren't force feeding. I 100% believe if Pickens was getting like 10 targets a game, maybe you would have had a situation where son wasn't losing his mind. But when he's not getting the football, all of a sudden, I'm not going to block no more. I'm going to give up on plays. I'm going to go and, angrily go out there and do ridiculous stuff. You even saw some moments like that in a couple of games ago where, what was it? No, it might have been last week. No, this past Monday. He gets a first down. Y'all trailing by 2 scores. What does he do? Pick up the football and go put it in the defender's face. That's a 15-yard penalty. You can't have that on your team because guess what? When you're not contending and you see stuff like that, y'all think it don't matter. Wait until you find out you're a fucking playoff team and you're trying to go and win Super Bowls. Imagine you in a game, you in a championship game. Maybe you're in a divisional game. You in a playoff game. Fuck it, wild card or something like that. You need as much yards as you can get. Motherfucker picking up bonehead fucking penalties. For example, somebody like a Deron Payne. These motherfuckers should not be smiling. I just saw Broderick Jones smile. You should not be smiling. You dap somebody up, you better not have no crack a smile, nothing. I don't want to see you having fun at all. I'm a hater. Moment you lose the game, it's like, hey, man, you shouldn't even crack a smile. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Hey, we'll see you later. All right. You better smile away from cameras. But you saw it. You can't have people like that on your team. You can't. I'm 100% sure I took an L because Ladd McConkey scoring that touchdown definitely did me dirty. I 100% definitely took an L. Let me see here. Yeah, I lost. I got punched. My opponent beat me. $100 out my pocket. Yeah, I didn't stand a chance. Target Pateno said, wow, a Steelers touchdown would have been awesome if they got 3 Evan periods to go ago, but don't send this team on the L train. Blast them into the cannon onto the L train. Marco Patuan said, better invest in the O-line for Howard next year. Yeah, they're going to need everything. Nathan Patuan said, how about the alligator song for the Steelers? Yeah, them boys just fucking got destroyed. And you know what? I'm glad they got destroyed. Marco Patuan said, true, but the locker room was toxic at the time. Yeah, the whole locker room was toxic. And he unfortunately contributed to it as well. $1 put 2 on us. I guess you're drinking water tonight, boys. Well, yeah, you're going to be waterborne yourself. That's going to be a situation. I actually didn't want to get rid of Najee, to be honest with you. But then there was a lot of times in which this man had Trent Richardson-styled eyes. The one thing that I appreciated from him was he literally gave you everything that he could. Like, all right, then when it came down to go and make plays down the stretch, he was there making plays, but wasn't enough. And I'm not upset having Jaylen Warren, but we got to have another back that's there. It's like we don't have 1-2 punch anywhere, backfield or in the wide receiver location. Just ass. Just ass. But one way or another, congratulations to the Los Angeles Chargers one more time.
And now go Chargers, go. And now go Chargers, go.
And for the Pittsburgh Steelers,
look at that big ass. Look at that big juicy booty.
pack them boys all the way up. The Chargers absolutely dog-walked the Pittsburgh Steelers. Stay tuned for the commentary tomorrow. But one way or another, make sure you guys tune into the Sunday commentary. It's live on the channel right now. They told them to take out their Metro card and get aboard the L train.
You lose.
Pack them boys up.
Failure.
And what are they eating?
Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales.
Somebody get them they dumb fucking lemons.
It's over. You lose.
Boys got embarrassed. They shot the bed like... Man, stay tuned. Rant is going to be up on the channel. I wonder how long I'm going to rant for. I'll probably... you know what? I'm going to give myself 10 minutes. I'll give myself 10 minutes. It could go longer, but I'll give myself 10 minutes. I'm going to try to get it up before midnight. So, y'all stay tuned. I'm going to be live tomorrow, Monday Night Raw and Monday Night Football. I'll see you then. Steelers Rant will be posted momentarily. I'll see you guys on the live tomorrow. Make sure you guys go over to YouTube. In the meantime, go and watch the commentary. If you guys don't have a link, here it is. Oh, fuck. I just lost the goddamn link. Here we are. So for those who need the link to the commentary, it is up right now. Go said Steelers suck. I agree with you. So there is the link. Make sure you guys head over and check out the commentary. I will see you guys in 30 minutes.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.